Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Game Masters right here on the GDQ Hotfix. I'm your host, Vant_TV, and we've got a wonderful run of the new Resident Evil 4 remake by Catlink coming up. But before we do, SGDQ 2023 is coming up May 28th through June 4th in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Prize submissions are open from now until May 15th, and you can go to gamesdonequick.com/prize guide for more details. And if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to press that like button on this video and subscribe to the channel. Also, go to twitch.tv/gamesdonequick if you're interested in looking at our live content starting weeknights at 7 p.m. Eastern and weekends at 1 p.m. Eastern. And I am here, joined by the horror aficionado herself, Catlink. How are you doing? Welcome to the show.
I'm doing great. Thank you very much for having me. Hello, everybody. Howdy, hey. I hope you're all ready for this mess of a run.
It is quite something. And Catlink, before we get into the run, you have quite the history with the Resident Evil series and really just horror in general. And I'm curious, what brings you to horror? What about it just captivates you to, devote so much time and energy to horror speedruns and just playing horror games in general?
I guess it all kind of started when I was a kid. I've always been kind of fascinated with a lot of horror things. When I was 12 years old, I wanted to be a 3D makeup effects for horror movies. That was my one thing I really wanted to do. My dad introduced me to Silent Hill 2 when I was a kid. I was terrified.
Wait,
gave me nightmares for a long time.
How old were you when this happened?
I was 8. So I've always just been really fascinated with everything horror. And it's just something that it just seems interesting. There's a lot of horror games these days it's a mixed bag of things. Sometimes you'll find some really fascinating narratives. Sometimes you'll find some really goofy things. But it's always a good time regardless. It's just something that my chat really enjoys. I really enjoy. So that's just what I do all the time. I love horror.
Now, coming up to the Resident Evil 4 remake, so obviously as a fan of the Resident Evil series, were your eyes on this? I'm going to speedrun this game, as soon as you saw it, or did you wait until the casual playthrough and oh, this is pretty fun. I think I can do this.
I initially, when I saw it, anytime a new Resident Evil game comes out, it all of the speedrunners for Resident Evil games are always just I'm so ready for this one. I can't wait to, obviously we can't wait to casually play it because it looks amazing. When we first saw the game, it was just yes, it looks so good. Initially, my first wanting to speedrun it was with the demo. I played a little bit of the demo. It felt really nice to play. I tried the OG RE4. Tried it. It didn't really work out for me, but this one just felt really nice to play. Actually, I really wanted to do pro at first until I saw there was no checkpoints, and then I was just you know what, maybe not.
Yeah, so going on the topic, it's we're going to be doing the standard 80% run, and the run changes wildly based off of the difficulty. Yeah. So what are the prime differences we're going to see in a standard speed run that you're not going to see in a pro speed run, or a new game plus speed run, or an assisted speed run?
So with standard, it's we get the ability to be able to use checkpoints to go out of bounds or to reset enemy where they're going to be and all that sort of stuff. So it's nice to be able to do those sort of things. I know a lot of people are very speedrun purists, don't like to do glitches and stuff. I find glitches are fascinating. So for me, standard was that looks like so much fun. Just being able to go out of bounds with just checkpoints and just abusing that. Whereas pro, it's just you don't get any of that. You have to bite down and hope everything works out for you.
Oh my goodness.
It just seemed like a more comfy category for me, and just something that I can be competitive in, and something I'm not gonna absolutely lose my sanity over. So I'll take what's left of my sanity and run standard.
Sounds good. Well, I don't want to keep the audience too long from this run, but I'm not just here with Catlink though. We've got Captain Ezekiel in the flesh here, well, virtually, on the call to help call the action and kind of explain what's going on here. But Catlink, whenever you are ready, go ahead, give us the countdown.
Oh boy. All right. All right, let's do it. So yeah, this is gonna be standard, any percent, new game. I hope you enjoy. I really do, and please pray to the RNG gods. Whatever god you believe in, please just pray to them and hope we get nice enemies and good RNG, because this game can be quite hectic with a lot of that. So we're gonna get started in 3, 2, 1. Go.
And here we go. We're off. So
Good luck.
Ezekiel, what kind of RNG are we looking at here in this run?
I would say RE4R has the most unforgiving RNG in any Resident Evil game to date. The AI is so incredibly sophisticated that they all act very independently from one another. I think the worst of the RNG comes from simply just the standard Ganado enemy behaviors, right? Because they have a lot of very punishing, unforgiving movesets, ones that just like stun lock you or kill you very quickly. Those types of RNGs. And there's another very big one, which is enemy health. Not many people are aware of this, but enemy health is random in this game. It comes from a pool of a couple different sets, like a lower, a middle, and a higher end that they can roll. The higher end, for example, is going to be kind of relevant to this first area in the village, where enemies can have up to 900 HP if you get a very bad RNG roll where they're all very tanky. So you can look out for something like that, and basically just enemy behavior. Otherwise, RNG in terms of like bosses and items and stuff isn't as punishing.
No fucking way.
Yeah, so
Like,
we skipped that guy right there. You kind of have to like aim
first
at the
enemy
wall a
dodging.
little quickly, and then
I know
just go right past him.
pretty consistent here.
Sometimes he
but
can be a little
for
bit
me
mean and
personally, I have
grab you, but
hardest
for the
time
most
with
part, as long as
that,
you don't delay it too long, you should get past him real quick. But yeah, like Zeke said, the RNG in this game is just absolutely unforgiving.
Now, as we're heading
You
to
can purely
the
just lose a
village
run just
segment here.
because the game just decided it did not want to give you any shotgun shells or any sniper ammo, which is something we use quite heavily in the run. The first couple chapters here are probably the most scariest chapters and the most reset heavy chapters for every category, I'd say. We're just gonna look
My
down here.
apologies, I
Sometimes
lost
when you
audio for a
don't
second
look
there,
up,
so.
the enemies act differently. Especially this guy. If you look up, for some reason he'll attack you earlier. But instead, if you look down, he just doesn't attack very. He delays a little bit, which is nice. So we're gonna be abusing our first checkpoint here to reset enemy AI. There you go. So essentially, this will allow us to get the enemies to be in a certain spot in comparison to before. We do want this lady up here. We want to give her a quick headshot. Oh, she is already being really mean. Okay, she is a 900 health person right now. There you go. That's unfortunate. Oh.
At least you made up for it with
Great.
the crit there.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the village. The village is a kill-based section. It's also time-based, but it's way too long if you wait out the timer. The idea is you need to kill a total of 16 enemies once the encounter starts for you to be able to get out and for the bell to ring. What Kat did is she killed a couple enemies and she made the bull run out of that room to essentially set up the kill counter a bit and to get enemies to start moving. She's going to try to bait enemies into this house to throw a grenade and kill a group of them. There's also a lady charging at her right now, which is another RNG moment of unpredictability with these guys.
This is...
Why are we changing the FPS here?
So this is getting a little messy. Hold on. This is getting very messy. Oh, boy.
Oh, it is a party in here.
Okay, we got it. We got it. Okay, we got it. So essentially, what we were trying to do there is make the grenade go boom a lot further out. So we're just gonna let this cutscene roll out because as soon as that cutscene rolls, we are basically, how do I explain? So there's like a little bit of a timer there. So as soon as you hear the bell go off, there's a timer in between that until you get the La Capana. So essentially, I forgot to shoot the window. It's okay. So essentially watching that cutscene actually just pauses the timer while that's happening so you don't actually lose any time. A little bit of RTA manipulation.
Now, a lot of these doors with locks, you can actually just shoot right through them, like right there. Fancy.
Hello, man.
Yeah, there's going to be a few instances of that in this game. The reason that section that Kat just did, the village section, is considered probably the most RNG heavy part of the game is because you not only is enemy health random, but all enemy behavior is also random. You saw Kat got shoved into a corner and hit like 40,000 times. That's just, you take what you get, right? You kind of hope that you don't die. You kind of hope that they behave. They don't just destroy you. So, I mean, it wasn't bad. You didn't die. I mean, that's really what matters. we didn't die in village.
Right.
Yeah, that's like the most important part. Dying in the village is like, it's kind of almost like demoralizing. It's just like, really, I died? Especially on standard. On pro, if you get shoved in the corner, I would have died immediately. That would have been a game over right there. But thankfully, we did not die. We take that. I did lose some healing there, but that's okay. Don't hit me. You are... I can't use that. That's unfortunate.
Words exist to describe this enemy right here. Words we will not say right now,
So-
but they do exist.
The one thing that's unfortunate right now is that because my health is super low and I have a full heal in my inventory, the game will not give me a heal. It just will not give me a full heal. It won't give me any kind of healing item in a box because it's like, you have a full heal, but we need that to sell later, which is the sad part about this. So we're trudging through this, unfortunately. Yeah, this is not good. I really wish we had a heal. Usually we have a heal if we... I'm trying to think of what we could do here. Can I even still do this? No.
Should be able to. Oh.
No. We're just gonna go say... Are you freaking kidding me? We're gonna go say hi to Larry, and I might die here. I don't know if resetting... I can't remember if resetting the checkpoint will... Yeah, this is unfortunate. Hold on.
It's fine. It's all good. Larry's gonna be nice for us. Woo.
That was...
That
We're gonna...
I don't know how he missed, I'll be quite
I don't
honest.
know how he missed either. We're gonna go say hi to Larry. This is just not looking so... Oh boy. Hi, Larry. Usually we would skip him, but unfortunately, we just did not get the skip, which happens sometimes. It's not an easy skip to do.
He's the inspector of the house, just gonna make sure that you're doing a good job.
Oh, we got to roll. Nice.
Hey.
Oh, well, this should be interesting. We should...
Yeah, that's the kind of the unpredictability of the game there, where you don't really know. Like that guy that hit Cat, there's like nothing you can really do about that. Cat was locked into an animation and he swung right as the animation ended. You can't prevent it, you can't block it, can't do anything about it.
Yeah. Thankfully, sometimes the game will heal you. So as you can see now, I'm running normal speed, which is nice. We take those.
Yeah, between chapters, you'll get a little bit of a health refill.
Yeah, so that way I don't have to be completely trudging through this. All right. Hello, everybody. Howdy, hey. How are we doing today? Please, AFK. Thank you. Yeah, this
This is
area
another
is...
spot where the enemies can just go all over the place.
Yeah, these guys are pretty all right for the most part, though. They're usually in the same place, same time, except for this guy with the pitchfork. Sometimes he can hit you if he decides he wants to. Let's see if he decides if he wants to. Okay, he's being nice. We take those. Please don't hit me. Thank you.
I love when they're just standing there like that. It's like, oh, hello.
He's back.
Wait, that was the guy we're after.
Yeah, hey, wait a
And you just
minute.
hear in the background, I stop.
All right, so Red Mist Valley. First, we're going to sell our stuff here.
Deal well struck.
Wait, hold on. No, I do need to sell. I'm just gonna... that. Am I still not... Okay, no, we're good. I was like, do I not have enough there?
Your enemies, sweet
So we can actually buy the shotgun there. We're not going to touch that shotgun until chapter 5.
The hell am I?
So Red Mist Valley, Zeke, you want to explain the glory of chapter 2?
Yeah. Every runner has had some sort of incident with this upcoming area. Red Mist Valley is this is very condensed, critical amounts of RNG that is so unbelievably bad. There's enemies surrounding this entire arena that Cat's about to run through, and they're going to start filling up the arena, and there's about 4 or 5 Ganados positioned around the outskirts throwing pipes at you, and they'll also move in the arena a little bit as they do it. As you see, those little arrows, those point to where a pipe bomb is landing. And the thing about these pipe bombs and how sophisticated the AI is they can throw them directly underneath your feet where you're going, and they can predict where you're going to go. If a pipe lands underneath your feet, you are dead. And that pretty much goes across all categories. If you are not like full HP or extra HP. And enemies are also sprinting from everywhere, and it gets very lethal very fast. We're about halfway through it now. We got the emblem. Cat needs to go up here and also spin a dial, or spin a wheel rather, to open up the gate. All while dodging these pipes that are underneath her being thrown, and enemies are just running at her. The most dangerous guy is the one directly underneath her you saw on the roof. He holds a pipe, and he's one to take you down with him, essentially.
I don't know how that got
Nice. So now Cat's get here, get an herb, get a Faz, which is a first aid spray, and get out of this room.
Everybody.
Saw 2 pipe. Yeah, geez, yeah. All the enemies just randomly go to different places. 2 pipes landed behind Kat as she left that room. That actually was a perfect no-hit Red Mist Valley, which is very, very rare. We call it Red Mist because of what happens to Leon when a pipe bomb touches him. Is he turns into red mist, quite literally.
Yeah. Thankfully, it's a little bit more lenient on standard. However, that can still happen. I'm actually very, very surprised on how that all went right there, because usually that area just does not play nice. We're also going to do a reset checkpoint right here because there is some enemies that their AI get a little funky if you don't. So, especially that guy. That guy is a little grabby. I don't like this lady. Sorry, lady. No offense. You're just a little pushy. Alright, so we're going to grab our sapphire here. Oh. Okay. We're going to grab a pendant. And we're going to have Salvador come in here. Play nice, play nice, please. Ew, he made me a little nervous there. Sometimes he can get you there. Very rarely, but he can do a little nasty stuff with the chainsaw at you. You don't like it. We all hate it. We're gonna wrap a ruby.
Yeah. Salvadors in this game are lethal. So are the Bella's sisters, which are the female equivalents of them, where essentially if you get touched, you die from any hit.
Now, the Bella sisters are going to be doing something interesting around them. We had a question in chat earlier on of, does this category allow glitches? And the answer is a resounding yes. And you'll see a lot of that happen towards the end of the village section. If you haven't seen one of these runs before, it is a treat, let me tell you.
Yeah, we're going to be...
Yeah, by far the most broken game to date.
It's actually crazy how broken this game gets from time to time. It's just insane. In comparison to the other Resident Evil titles, this is probably by far the most broken.
Yeah, without a doubt. The other, especially Resident Evil games that use the RE engine, which is anything from 7 until now, these games typically are very trigger heavy, very tied down to sequential things. Yes, I gotta save the puppy.
Save the puppy.
Oh,
I don't. Usually, you do not save the dog for runs. But for you, GDQ, I will save the dog. There you go. Anyway, sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're all good. You're all good, yeah. But yeah, this game doesn't really have that. And it's probably to do with the fact that the game has chapters. So you can't like skip from like chapter 2 to like chapter 8, for example, because the game simply just does not have that capability. So they didn't really put triggers in place in the middle of these chapters as heavily. So you could skip pretty good portions of them to get to certain places, which is pretty nice. So you'll see a lot of that, especially here in standard with checkpoints. You can skip quite a bit, and it's very nice.
I don't trust this guy. This game gives you trust issues, I swear. Usually enemies without weapons in their hands are probably the most scary until enemies with weapons in their hands decide to also be grabby. But yeah, usually if you see a ganado without any sort of weapon in their hand, it's usually they're going to either run right past you or they're going to grab you. And it's just a sad day when they decide to grab you. So I shoot them in the head just to be sure.
A church. I made it.
All right, we're going to get this little side quest here. Sorry, sir. Continue on with your gardening.
Yeah, the side quest there is very quick to complete. It allows you to buy some stuff from the merchant to sell right back for money. And it's a nice, quick part of the money round for this game.
I'm just going to do...
Yeah, also to...
Knife swipe.
Oh, the
I
knife
love the
thing.
little knife swipe. It's so much fun. Usually you drop down, but instead you just swipe the knife and it drops you down immediately, which is really nice. Quick drops.
All right, writing that down. Excellent.
There's a funny little bug coming up here that you'll see, and if you played this casually, you're going to be very confused a little bit. For some reason, if you go to the very corner of this drop here and you fall down, this guy, he sometimes doesn't turn on, but these enemies in this cave will not spawn. This happens on every difficulty. We're not quite sure why. We have reason to believe it has something to do with Leanne not like clipping out of the map temporarily, which causes the enemies to not trigger their spawn. That's a fun little manipulation if you ever want to try it.
Good dots. Shooting the crow here. I think it's like after it's in the air, will grant a sapphire, part of the treasure rounds.
I'm very surprised I have not gotten hit yet.
Me too.
Don't say
actually.
anything.
I know.
Especially coming up to the fishing village. It's kind of a bold thing to say.
I know. I should have. I just permanently jinxed myself. It's fine. Fine. Everything's fine. But I am one shot into... If I get hit once, I will go into critical. And getting into a crit state, as you saw earlier, is not a good time. You are very slow.
We get a nice little chicken egg, though, coming up here in this area. But this is the fishing village. There's one goal, and that goal is to get the gas tank at the other side of the fishing village. But as you can see, we have some friends that might cause some problems with that. We have this fella, which is a brute.
Oh, jeez. He never throws that. That's weird.
That lady was moving. Yeah, there's a lot of enemies in this area. There's the brute that's chasing you. That can cause a lot of problems. On standard, we get the benefit of going in here and grabbing the gas tank, and we can do a retry that will essentially reset the enemy positions, which is a good benefit here. We also get a chicken egg. We love eggs in this run. Eggs are actually amazing. So yeah, Cat's going to load a retry, and all the enemies are going to return back to their initial starting positions. And these are not going to be the same positions, by the way, that they were in when Cat walked in. They're going to be in the same positions as when Cat loaded the level. So you'll see the brute is actually going to be in a different spot later, like where we need to go. Oh, we get to do this. This is awesome.
Whee!
Oh, yes!
I love that jump so much. It's
And
like
then
my
the
favorite
brute.
jump in the game.
All these
Be
people are
nice.
just so stupefied about what just happened.
Be nice. Don't hit your homies. What the heck?
Oh, I love when that happens.
Oh,
'cause
that
then they don't
axe-
hit you if they're hitting each other.
All right. Well, that went... I'm still going no damage right now on this part. We take those. Anyways, we're going to be coming up to Del Taco, or Del Lago. I like to call him Del Taco. We're going to be switching to 60 FPS to make this fight a little bit more consistent, because unfortunately, Del Taco can be a little hungry with the waves.
Yeah, the waves turn into tsunamis on 120 FPS. It's really hard to hit spears. So Del Lago, a very interesting fight. Essentially, what we're aiming to do here is a one cycle. Now, you can't tell initially, but Kat's doing a little tech here where she's releasing the harpoon aim after every harpoon she throws. This essentially cuts the recovery time down of throwing harpoons by a noticeable amount, because we need to squeeze in as much damage as we possibly can before Delago dives, to essentially give us the one cycle. If you do not one cycle Delago, it is a tragedy that lasts minutes, because if Delago dives, his health will reset back up to 70%, and it takes a very long time to kill him. Basically just waiting for him to come back up. Now, this is a scripted dive that every fight will happen, or have rather. So Kat just trucking more spears at him.
Have iframes
She's
here,
sick.
actually. Hello? There we go.
Wait, that's illegal. Yo,
There we go.
nice.
You can
Good one
actually end
cycle.
that fight a lot quicker. There is a faster strat to that, but I had not learned that before this run, so we're not going to do that. I think it recently just got unbanned as well, so that's exactly why we didn't touch it for a bit. The seven hit Delago, which is kind of insane, but yeah, it was banned for a little bit.
Yeah, 7-hit Delago is actually a pro-only thing, because it's a DA manipulation that can only be applied to professional. Need a scope.
Hello? I need that. I need that.
This is our first instance of using the sniper rifle to go out of bounds. So when you're aiming directly down, the hitbox kind of gets broken, and as a result, you can kind of clip out a little bit. When you get an autosave and reload, you're out of bounds. We're going to be using that a lot throughout this run.
So for those who are probably wondering what did that skip exactly? So that skips, so you would usually crouch into a tiny little hole area, and that would enter you into that zone. So what happens exactly is that you'll get a little mini cutscene that you can skip. However, skipping that, you just don't have to deal with any of that. So you just go full speed. Don't have to worry about slowing down.
Yeah, the sniper clip is probably the single most thing that breaks this game open, is our ability to clip. The way it works, kind of like Fant was saying, is when you scope in the rifle and aim down, Leon's model gets shoved back further than what it's meant to, because the game is anticipating you to be in first person, so it doesn't care where it puts Leon. Basically, is the whole shtick behind that. So there's gonna be a lot of instances where we use that to clip through things like walls and doors.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of. Whoa. Everybody AFK, please. Relax.
This is one of the spookier parts of Chapter 4 right here. Just open that they're nice. For me particularly, this bridge coming up, there is a guy who doesn't want you to cross. Because he does that.
Don't worry, we got egg.
And if you like eggs, this is the chapter for you.
Eggs. Okay, you just stay there.
Egg, excuse me.
Oh my gosh.
That was rude. Excuse me? What? Another egg, excuse me? I thought I had that. Did I not have that?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I thought you clicked it for sure.
It fooled me. I thought you had the correct combination there.
We're actually
the puzzles in this game, there's a little bit of variation between the difficulties. Like, I think the solutions are somewhat different between standard and professional, but when you're on the same difficulty, the solutions are static. So once you know them, you don't have to go around and read diaries and notes. You just put in the solution because it's the thing.
You usually do a punch, sir. Why are you doing this now? They're a grabby today. They know GDQ is watching, I guess.
There's like, oh, GDQ is on. Let me get some screen time.
Yeah. Alright.
There's one mechanic in the game that a lot of the runners really don't like, and it's fire. Fire is one of those things in this game that is great for us, and you'll see later with a glitch. I'm not going to spoil it now, but you'll see it. But it's also awful for us in what you just saw, which is basically just animation trapping. This game has a really bad habit. If Leon touches fire, it will not allow you to open your inventory. It won't allow you to block, duck, do anything. So if you're on fire and an enemy swings or hits you, you can't parry. You're just gonna die a lot of the time.
You're just useless at that rate.
Yeah.
And you can also get stun locked if you're trying to unlock a door. That's fun.
Yeah, the fire. There's a little fire trap that can happen with that door cat unlocked at the very end of that section got out. Where if they throw a Molotov underneath your feet, you are dead. You cannot open the door because you can't even do that when you're on fire. You just sit there and you burn to death, and you get sad, and you watch the red numbers show up on your live split.
Yep. It's quite unfortunate when these things happen. So now we're gonna go get the golden egg. What we're going to use it for, I am sure you'll just have to stick around and find out. Oh,
You're
we
just
need an
gonna
egg.
sell it, yeah?
Yeah, of course. We need the money. We're a little broke right now.
We're gonna make an omelet, actually.
Ooh, I love omelets.
What we're really gonna do.
Ooh, I'm hungry. I could use an omelet.
Golden egg omelet.
Sounds delicious.
Yes. So we're gonna be coming up to Giante. So Giante has many different strats. Currently, we're gonna be using just a sniper and a grenade. However, before because we don't use the shotgun, we leave it in the village at the beginning, we're forced to just use the sniper. Normally, you just use three shotgun shells, and then the sniper to finish him off.
Church. Is this
Excuse me. Thank you. So now we're just gonna use the sniper, and that should be fun. Hopefully, Giante behaves, because sometimes he can be a little tricky. Well, let's wait and find out. So we're gonna be heading over there now. But before we do that, we have to do a little bit of shopping.
I love it.
We gotta go say hello, stranger. What are you buying? What are you selling?
Thank you.
Thank you. I love the merchant. The merchant in this game is he's so good.
I was a little off-put by, obviously they recast the whole game from the original because, the original is very old at this point. And the merchant, didn't do it for me at the start, but after playing so much, this is a good merchant. I think he does a great job.
We're just gonna do that real quick.
Welcome.
So you're wondering why Cat was holding on to heals for a while. The red, green, yellow combinations sell for 10,000 apiece. They're actually a key component to the routing, and not only standard, but also professional. It's actually the most messed up thing you could have ever imagined that the developers would have put into this game is that your resources cost the most so you can sell them. So this is Gigante. The whole premise of Gigante is to get him to expose his plagas on his back. So Cat's going to blast him in the head to make him do that.
Oh, he's being silly.
You got worms too?
Yeah, Gigante can be a massive pain. So you kind of do as much damage as you can to the weak point and reload so that you can prepare for the next phase. Cat's going to throw a grenade to kind of stagger him to try to force the next...
That is not good. 1 second. Don't kick me, please. Thank you. This is going to be a little bit of an improv. Because for some reason, he's being funky.
Does the game have a second chance feature where, something that would have killed you, they just leave you with 1 HP, give you a shot?
It does. The second chance thing...
I'm just going to redo the fight.
Yeah, that's right. Gigante can go off rails really fast if a shot doesn't do full damage, or if you crit or something, or you don't crit. Gigante is super, super unforgiving in that regard. But to answer Fran's question, yes, there is. If there's a percentage chance that you will not die if you are very low.
What are you doing?
Gigante is being kind of funky. He's supposed to be going down after one of those shots, but he's just not.
Present for you.
Convinced the rifle reload animation takes longer, the better pace you're on.
This is actually not being nice to me right now for some reason. The crits are just not, or things are just not hitting properly. What is going on? Giante, be nice. I say be nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you.
There we go.
Jeez.
So if you do enough damage right here when the plug is exposed, when El Gigante gets up, he's going to do that kind of screech animation again. ideally right here. Yeah, there we go. And then you can just shoot the Plaga again. And then you now have enough ammo to just keep on firing. And there he goes.
Yeah,
There we go.
he's a bit of a butt there. It's kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is, right?
Let's get to that church.
Kind of surprised that it was a little finicky there, but you know what? It's fine. Not going for a
Made
PB
it.
anyways.
It's good because you know, we're rewarded with coming up to Ashley.
Yes, hopefully the rest of the game. Yeah, Giante can just be finicky for a lot of folks. I think the headshots were just not doing enough damage, or it's fine. It is okay. Hi, doggy. Hi, doggy.
Yeah, Gigante is one of those fights that's it's pretty consistent, unless if anything at all ever
Like
goes
if you
wrong,
miss like
even a
one
little
shot,
bit.
it's pretty much just
Yeah, it's off the rails. It's like he won't go down, and your damage to the Plagas will be off, which means the second phase damage to the Plagas will be off, and it just crashes and burns so fast. So that fight is my personal least favorite as a runner, because of how temperamental and unpredictable it can be. The second you make even the tiniest mistake.
Yeah. In other words, I just had a minor skill issue, but that's okay. We all have them.
So this is the end of chapter 4 here, and right in the next chapter you're going to see some more shenanigans with the rifle and scope. And similar to like using a checkpoint to like save Leon's position, so when you reload he's out of bounds, you could do something very, very similar if you're scoped and looking down, pushing Leon, you know, where the body shouldn't be. And then upon unscoping, you quickly like start a canned animation, like jumping off a ledge or something, from the position before the game pushes you back in. Because as soon as you unscope, it's going to want to push you back into where you should be. But interrupting you can do some interesting things. And we all love Ashley. It's great.
Yeah, so now we
Wonderful,
have her. Now we're going to leave her though. She stays here.
The skip here is the best skip in the entire game, because this upcoming area was actually the worst area in all categories runs, because you had to escort Ashley to the cabin. Now you just don't. Normally you'd have to go up and trigger a cutscene, but Kat's actually going to clip herself through a wall and interact with the ledge jump option, and it's going to let her go down to where she's not supposed to be. The game wants you to go through a cutscene up top and bring Ashley with you, but now she's locked up in there before that cutscene ever happens, which means she's never going to be in danger, she can never get kidnapped, and you're not going to run too far from her and force her to trigger the kidnap dialogue or anything like that. You can just run. Don't have to care. Don't have to do anything. She basically doesn't exist, which we wish we could do the whole game, honestly.
That would
Actually,
be
it's kind of a
nice.
pain.
But yeah, so basically that just leaves her all behind, and we can just go straight to cabin without any worries. I am going to pick up this health here. I don't usually want to pick it up, but I will pick it up just for safety's sake, because you never know.
Yeah, it's super nice that like the game doesn't break or it's like, oh, you can't proceed without Ashley. It kind of just works, where when you hit the next big cutscene, Ashley's just there. Don't ask how. You know, she found the secret like sewer route to the cabin. But yeah.
Yeah, it's super, super nice, and the Fant said, and our good friend Todd Howard once said, is it just works, right? It just works. We get to play the game the way we want to. Ashley in this game, in my opinion, worse than Ashley in the original, because of just what can happen to her. And it's nice that Ashley doesn't have a health bar per se, but if Ashley gets hit twice, she gets hit into a down state, and then she hits again, she dies. If she gets picked up and carried away, you reset, right? There's a lot of shenanigans, but we can abuse retrying and checkpoints and saves to bring her back to us if she ever gets grabbed, if done correctly. But all that aside, we're now coming up to a classic in Resident Evil 4 original running and remake running, which is Cabin. Yeah, Cabin is an adventure, even in this
I'm praying
game.
it goes well for me. So I'm actually
Cabin-
going to do a little bit of menu swapping. Oh, I did not. I didn't see my shotgun there for a second. I got a little worried.
So Cabin is a kill-based and time-based event, where essentially what we're trying to do here is kill 6 of these enemies, which is 2 at each window, and then this guy coming up to the window will be the 7th. It'll trigger this next wave of enemies to spawn. We're trying to get at least 10 kills total when we do this. and we've hit it. And what we have to do is get 3 boards to seal up all these windows. Cat's going to seal this one, and then this guy is going to drop the next one.
When he dies, come on.
When he dies,
Come
he'll
on,
drop
boy.
it.
Die!
My God. Just the absolute refusal to do anything.
When the 11th enemy and the 10th enemy die, that was a smart kill, yeah. They'll drop the boards. We figured it out that's how it works. As long as they don't turn into a Plagas, they will drop the boards. For some reason, Plagas enemies cannot drop boards. Now that all boards are sealed up, we're on a timer until the second wave starts, which means we need to kill 5 enemies when they spawn, which will trigger the spawn of the brute. So Cat's going to kind of go upstairs and get some resources and craft ammo to prepare for this next wave so that we can kill everything we need to kill. Being upstairs when this wave starts is a little bit nicer because you're not like stuck down there where they can all show up. Yeah, that did take a while actually. Oh my.
That's great. I don't know how.
Moments before disaster. Okay, they were nice. Yeah, you may notice the white number on the top left of the screen. That's just a tool that was made to track some useful data. The little kill count number right up there picks up after an enemy goes down.
Hey,
Like, coward, get back here.
So that is all 5 enemies killed. Now the brute is going to spawn. So Cat's like positioning near the window where he's going to be. She's loading 4 bullets because it takes 4 to kill him.
There he is.
There's our friend.
hi.
All
Very
4
nice.
shots. Now she's on another small timer. Not technically in the clear yet, as you can see, because these enemies are still being silly.
Thank you, Ashley.
Perfect.
GG. That was awesome.
That was actually a really good cabin.
Yeah, that was very good. Cabin can get so messy so fast because of just the sheer amount of enemies that can pile into the rooms. It took us a while to figure that out. We had a lot of different strats for that, where we realized that you could finish the first phase if you do 15 kills, but that was simply just not viable. And then we eventually figured out that the boards are what triggered the second wave, and then 5 kills for the third wave. And it took a bit, but we're very thankful that it is in the state that it's currently in.
I probably shouldn't pick that up. It's fine.
I'm amazed how many grenades you picked up.
Yeah, I have.
With the
This is pretty
drops.
normal for the amount of grenades we would want, because we are going to be needing them for later. So right now, we're just going to let Ashley get grabbed here. We just simply don't really care that much, except for when that happens. Wait, is she just going to be with me the entire time? Wait, hold up.
Blessed RNG.
This is very weird.
Hopefully she doesn't trigger the autosave.
This is very weird. This is very weird. Go away. Leave me alone. Go away. Usually she gets grabbed here. That's not you. Okay. We're just gonna let her come with us, I guess. Usually she gets grabbed there and we just reset the checkpoint and to make sure that she does, like, they drop her and then they'll pick her up again. But it allows us to give us enough time to be able to do this out of bounds. You know Bella Sisters? Yeah, Bella Sisters who? We're actually tossing them right out the window. But I'm just hoping
Come on,
Ashley...
don't activate the check.
Ashley can do that. Okay,
It looks like you're good.
we're good. She did not activate the checkpoint. We are fine. It was just very weird having her... That's okay. It was just very weird having her in there because, yeah, I'm used to her being grabbed.
Yeah, so welcome to the void beyond the bounds of the map.
Jesus.
And the collision is only one way, so it's easy to accidentally pop out. But thankfully, with the way the autosaves work, that position saves. There's no real risk of like permanently messing up here. as long
Ashley
as
being with
you
me
go
is
through.
what's messing with me right now. I'm just saying, I was like, ma'am, you're not supposed to be here.
Although it does look like you're just running through.
Also, check
there
out the
is
Bella
a
Sisters. They're
floor.
just hanging out.
Yeah, hi. Oh, they saw you, but that's all they do.
They still have animations, which is very interesting that they still have those. We're actually going to get rid of you. Yes.
Yeah, but the walkable area out of bounds isn't too large. So if you go like too far away from the level, you'll just fall through the floor and like just fall forever. So there is a little bit of finesse in knowing how to navigate out of bounds, both because it looks weird and there's a whole bunch of death pits.
Ashley, you are very slow right now.
Yeah, that Bella Sisters skip is one of the better things to ever be found for this game. It's something that is unique to every difficulty except Pro, which is kind of sad because the Bella Sisters are awful. They are a bad fight. They are not fun to deal with. Another fight that's not fun to deal with is Mendez, but we also don't care about him. This is another out of bounds. This one operates very differently than the other in terms of how it works. Kat's gonna do some shopping first before she does it. We're gonna gem up this mask she bought earlier at the last merchant. The premise of selling all her stuff here is so that we can get money for stuff later.
We want to buy.
Don't get yourself killed
All right,
now.
I like to usually.
Welcome.
There you go.
Nice.
Next time.
And up
That out of bounds.
up the mountain we go, and away we go with a nice little dodge, little roll there. But yeah, that
Don't worry,
essentially
Mendez will
skips
make an appearance.
all of Mendez, except for we do get to say a little goodbye to Mendez. Hi, Mendez. What's up, brother?
Looking good, Mendez. What's the weather like up there, Mendez?
he's just staring out into the mountains, enjoying his time, waiting for nothing.
That skip is really nice. It's kind of like a sniper skip, where essentially Leanna's getting stood up when you're backed into a corner by interacting with the merchant, and it's because you're opening up a menu. The game doesn't really care what Leon's doing, so it forces his model to like a place it's not supposed to be. And then if you do that like rapidly twice in a row, you'll just like clip out of bounds, and the game just lets you do it. There was no real check to stop that from happening, so it gets used there, and it's a really nice skip because Mendez, a lot of the routing for all standard and professional revolved around Mendez. So now we don't care about that anymore.
Yep. So I'd like to note that this is a down-patched version of the game. We are not running the current patch, so you can't do a lot of the sniper skips and a lot of things with the current patch, unfortunately. But as speedrunners, we do like to do a little down patching to be able to continue doing those things, because I personally find these skips super fascinating and super cool. They are like my favorite part of the run. All right, we're just gonna do a little checkpoint retry right here.
Yeah. Catapults.
Chapter 7, my least favorite chapter in the entire game. Most people's least favorite chapters, let's be honest.
It's difficult dealing with Ashley here, at least for me.
That is very odd. That never happens. Why is she doing that? Ma'am, you are being weird. That's fine, she got grabbed. So because she got grabbed in a little bit of a weird spot, though. That's gonna be interesting. So we're gonna just shoot this door, and we're gonna wait for the checkpoint. Hopefully she doesn't get taken away. We're gonna recheck that. I don't know where she's gonna end up. I'm actually very curious on where she is right now.
Uh-oh.
First that hits me because I got grabbed there.
There's just so
Where
much stuff.
is everybody? What is going on? You know what? I don't trust that.
Yeah, the cavalry really pulled up on that one. My goodness.
It's just they're acting differently because Ashley is not here with us. So they're trying to go for Ashley, but she's just not here. Okay, we got her out.
Nice parry.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to retry the checkpoint because you just don't trust it. But that's okay. So throwing that flash saved her and got her out. So once we reach the castle, it's pretty much just home free from there. Like she'll come to us eventually. So we're gonna buy the shotgun. I need to sell something, so I'm gonna sell one of these. And I'm going to buy the stingray. That's all we need.
Anytime.
We're going to put the scope on the Stingray because we are going to need that. Pray for me.
Very good
Pray for me.
rifle.
Pray for me. Pray for me.
Yeah, so there's a very intense sniper clip coming up here where Kat's gonna have to go into this door here. We hate that guy.
Press evade, but
This Kat's on like a small timer here from the flashbang to clip through this door.
Wow.
Nice. The sniper clips in this game are essentially for those doors very tricky. You have to flick your mouse after Leon is clipped through the door to interact with the opening of the door on the other side by the time Leon's model gets pushed through. It's very tight timing, especially right there when there are enemies just everywhere. Scat did it for Strike. She's a god gamer.
I'm glad that
And now we're moving on.
Oh, that was like that's one door I'm most nervous about because you still worry about enemies there. Most clips that you do, you don't have to worry about enemies, so you can just take your time. But that one, you're at a really tight timing for it, so it's a little scary. So I actually am very healthy on shotgun ammo right now, which is very nice.
Yeah, you're stacked on shotgun. This is Waterhall. If you were familiar with it from the original game, Waterhall in this game also pretty bad. Not as bad as the original, but still pretty bad. And it's not because of anything other than Ashley.
That's not good. Ashley?
Yeah, Ashley just got ink capped down here.
Let's see how that goes for us. I'm a little nervous. She is just chilling.
Yeah. The whole idea of Waterhall here is Kat had to get back up here and get up here to drop this other staircase, get up to the second part of Waterhall. If she can get up there before anything bad happens to her or Ashley, you can typically just start the next area for free. So Ashley is down below. So Kat is going to try to... Oh, yeah, they're in a weird spot.
Hi. Hiya.
Hang in there.
That's okay. Okay. That's okay.
Ashley.
She's incapacitated, but that's okay. As long as she doesn't get grabbed again, we should be fine. Hold on. All right,
Yeah,
she will
there we go.
magically
There's
get
the
up all
checkpoint.
over again. There we go.
Do we see the funny AI break?
Do we get to see
That is
it?
the
Yeah,
question.
I hope we do get to see it because I love when it happens. It's so random when it does happen. We still don't know what causes this AI break. So when we reset that checkpoint, there's some enemies that spawn where we're putting Ashley, and they will sometimes just not move. They'll just sit there and just like they're doing right now. They just sit there.
Yeah, right there.
They just stand there. Usually they'll walk towards Ashley and do normal things, but for some reason, sometimes they just stand there. So
They're lagging.
we do still need to kill them because if we don't, Ashley will just be like, oh my god, I can't do it. And she'll just crouch down and then we're like, really, Ashley? Come on. They're not moving, Cat. Oh, never.
Careful.
Oh, I thought it took a few steps, faked me out there.
So I'm just gonna hope we don't need to move right now. And we don't need to shoot anything right now. If that's the case, we save so much ammo and it's wonderful. However, sometimes they do move. They do come out like this guy. I don't trust this guy. Like ever. He'll sit there. But I don't trust him. I have trust issues with him. Because if they grab her at all, that just basically means that they will completely stop any sort of progression that she had on this wheel. Because she needs to get this platform up. And so if they grab her, the platform will just go all the way back down again. And then you have to go all the way all over again. And...
Yeah, when Ashley gets grabbed up there and resets the timer, it's like the most devastating thing, especially when enemies are active, because then you have to blow through even more ammo to do it, and it becomes such a nightmare. Thankfully, the enemies that can grab Ashley are kind of scripted. There's the first 4 that Cat killed, and then there's 3 more, and then there's 2 more that will spawn after that. If you clear those enemies without, her getting touched, then you're typically in the home free. Or if you get, the AI break like Cat got, you're super in the home free because they're just not there. So that's actually really, really convenient because now Cat gets to save a whole bunch of ammo for the upcoming areas, which require quite a bit for the most part.
Yeah, especially for Maze coming up. It's amazing. We love it.
Didn't see that one coming.
Boo.
I'll be here all week. Actually, no, I'm just kidding. I won't be here all week.
Well, at least for a couple more hours. I can at least guarantee that, but not the whole week. Though, if you do want to catch CatLink all week, be sure to head on over to twitch.tv/CatLink. See what I did there. Got the best segue in the business.
Thank you. Muchly appreciated.
So, really quick, as we're going into Chapter 8, I know we got the cult leader, or whatever their name is, to take out here. It has a lamp, and like a super measure back there. But the whole game, we're at 120 FPS right now. We swapped it to 30. At the start of the game, we swapped it to 60 for the Del Lago fight. What benefit is there, unless it's personal preference, of running the game at 120 FPS versus other frame rates?
Go ahead.
Yeah, quite a bit. So the game is capped as a rule at 120. There's a lot of shenanigans that go along with the RE Engine games with FPS. The lower your FPS, the slower your game will run. So if you're switched to 30, for example, the game will just naturally run and load slower. So you'll bleed time pretty aggressively throughout the game. However, the benefit of being at 30 is that the AI breaks and the game breaks a little bit because it's not meant to be just ran at 30. So it makes certain things like clipping a lot easier because you're slower. The game is slower. You can react to stuff. The AI just doesn't know how to behave at 30. But you can't really run around at 30 the whole game. And 60 is like a little sweet spot between the two where like sometimes things get easier and things break a little bit, but it's still being tolerable and you're not losing too much time. 120 is the best spot for the speedruns that we've determined as a community in general. As variable frame rate is unhinged and you don't ever want to be at variable frame rate, especially in this game, you will never run past an enemy ever and they will always hit you and you will die a lot. And also the RE Engine games are not known for their optimizations on PC, so if you ran at variable, you would tank a lot of frame rate, and if you were streaming, right, you would lose a lot of consistency with frames. So we kind of cap it at 120, and there are rules in place that only allow us to switch FPS in certain places so that you're not spending the entire game in your entire speed run switching to 30 and 60 in places where it's most convenient, right? So Del Lago, and at the start of the game, and also at the point later in the game, you will see where we're allowed to switch FPS.
Now this segment right here is super, super fun. So the whole concept is to, well, depending on how I go in this first section, but the whole concept is you're shooting counterweights to open up gates and take out bridges. And this first section, and every time you go through, there's a gate, and there's a long segment where you're trying to get to the other side to hit a counterweight. So many enemies, sections, puzzles, but a lot of the gates, like this one right here, aim just right and shoot through. You can hit the counterweight from the other side. And Cat is just hitting the switch here in order to open up the gate at the very, very end. So we kind of skipped a whole section here, and you could do something similar in gate number 2 here with the grenade.
They are being funky. They are being funky.
Stop it. Stop being funky. Chucking it out the window right there to blow up that counterweight from the wrong side, and then we're already at the LE.
That grenade is the hardest thing to do when you have enemies right on your back. It is not an easy nade to throw, especially in such a tight window. But it is really satisfying when you get it first try. But it can happen where you miss it or it just does not go through because it just doesn't want to for whatever reason. But thankfully that went extremely well. We take those.
Yeah, nice job. There's an issue with this game's reticles for the grenade arcs, where the grenade arcs are not truthful by any means. The way we used to do those grenade throws was actually through the gate itself, which the arc would just sometimes hit the gate, even though it wasn't actually aiming at the gate. So it was very painful. That one's a bit better, but still just a massive pain. So Cat getting it at first try is like kind of insane. It's very nice to get.
If you're watching Kat move that cannon super fast, wondering how on PC she moved the cannon super fast, because like me, because I spent so long moving that thing inch by inch super slowly. Answer, arrow keys. It moves it a lot faster.
Yeah, the arrow keys make that insanely fast. So I couple it with moving my mouse. But if you were to just use your mouse, you're doing this essentially. Oh. Okay. Now we're moving on to chapter 9, the maze.
My personal favorite.
Do we want to take a minute for the ads? I need to go to the bathroom, to be honest.
Sure. Let's take like a quick,
sorry.
don't worry about it.
I have small bladder, chat. I'm sorry.
Yep. Do whatever you need to do, Kat. I will fill time because, of course, there are an endless amount of announcements here for the GDQ Hotfix, because the first one I have for you right now, your subs, Prime Gaming subs, gift subs, and bits cheered on the GDQ Twitch channel help support games done quick, hotfix, and shows just like this so we can bring everybody on. So please consider subscribing if you enjoy the daily speedrunning content. And, while we're in this little bit of a break, the way timing works in this game, I don't know, Ezekiel, are you still here?
I am still here.
All right. So if you're speedrunning this game, submitting times to the SRC leaderboard and all that, this is a game that is based on game time. So not real time, though the timer you see on the screen here is real time as we are going through.
Right.
But that means whenever a cutscene is playing or we're at this chapter end screen, the timer will stop, allowing built-in breaks throughout the run to help runners not be
especially people with small bladders like myself and many others. We take these.
Get some time. Yeah, get some time to go do that. And that all right.
Right.
I had more stuff to talk about, but Kat's already back. So.
I speedrun my bathroom breaks. It's
whenever you are ready to go ahead and give us a.
We're good. We're good. Sorry.
Start the timer. Yeah. The maze, the hedge maze. This part's great. Yeah,
so this part here, we're going to do a lot of ignoring of things and just kind of use the shotgun to get around here because the dogs here can be quite rude. They are not nice. They do not play nice, ever. Sometimes they'll knock Ashley down. Sometimes they'll try to eat Ashley, and then the only thing you can do is hope and pray that they don't kill her before you get to her. So usually that's not much of an issue for the most part. Excuse me. Thank you. At least it was me and not Ashley. I'll take that. So that means we don't have to reset the checkpoint here. Thankfully, if she does get downed, if she gets incapacitated, you can just reset the checkpoint here, and you are good to go again. Excuse me, dog? What? Okay. Sorry, I got a little, confused. He doesn't usually come out there, but, it's fine. All right, we're gonna use a grenade here. They didn't all die there, but that's okay. Oh, that's not good. I can't. Oh my god. I almost didn't.
There's two of them,
I almost didn't. Oh god, sorry.
Hold this down.
Ashley, please. I need you to cooperate nicely before this dog. Okay, we're good.
All right.
Oh, that got scary because if I didn't get to her in time, we had to reset from the checkpoint, but we're good. That sometimes can happen. And I almost got body blocked like crazy there because there was another dog that was just so happened to be in the way. That just happens. That's maze for you, I guess. Anyways, so we're gonna get a little cutscene here. We're gonna wait. We're gonna quick turn. We're gonna throw that.
It's very important to kill these guys. I guess Ezekiel, go ahead.
Yeah, that's basically what I was about to say. Is this area is a scripted kidnapping, essentially, where these three enemies show up, and if you try to leave while they're up, even if Ashley's not even technically grabbed or anything, you'll get a kidnap, retry, game over. Because the game says you need to kill them or Ashley can't move. She just simply will not follow you. Unless you put them in some sort of stunned state, right? Unless they're flashbanged or stunned or something like that. But instead, it's faster to just quickly kill them and then get that lever pulled and get Ashley up here.
Flashbang's still important because
Power must be
they
this way.
blitz towards Ashley. So unless you're amazing with aim very fast, they'll get out of range and you have to go chase them down, rescue Ashley.
Yeah. I just
Flashbang
use the
is
flash
very
there. Yeah, because it just makes life a little bit easier there. Sorry. All right.
It's kind of like the halfway point of chapter 9. Go ahead.
Yeah, so we're gonna be doing a little skippy here. So if you throw a grenade right there, usually you get a cutscene, but if you throw the grenade, you just completely skip it and you can just go ahead on with your day. It's very nice. We
That's
love
like
it.
nothing happened.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. I have a grenade.
Yes,
That's
we are going to
important
need
for
those for later chapters. So thankfully we got one early. Sometimes you do not get one early. No.
Yeah, if you don't throw a grenade there, the bridge lowers and you have to like go around to raise it back up, take out a cult leader, all while keeping Ashley safe. It is a nightmare.
Yeah.
It's nice when nothing happens like that.
Oh, definitely. So now we're going to be going into the next section, which is the Nighty Nights. So we're just going to drop right down. We're going to grab this head and we're going to immediately start the fight. We're going to grab some items. I tend to grab anything here, depending on what's in them. We got some sniper ammo and some handgun ammo. Okay.
Yeah, so the thing about these knights, that's really unlucky RNG, is the thing about these knights is the idea is you need to pop off their heads and kill the Plagas that spawns underneath in order to progress to the next phase. It's 2, 2, and 3. So she'll kill 2 knights and then 2 more are going to spawn. The difference between some of the knights is some will have the Plagas on the back of their neck, which makes it significantly harder to shoot. And also, an unfortunate thing about these knights is that they do not take damage from the back of the Plaga. So if you're behind a knight, you can't really do full damage to it. You have to be in front of it. So that way, instead we have another set of 3 spawning. Good parry. Cat's trying to basically get these 3 next to each other. She's trying to kind of herd them near each other. So when Ashley throws this lantern, multiple of them can get stunned so that Cat can do a scripted kick, which will open up their helmets and expose the Plagas, and then a flash will one-shot all the Plagas, and
Oh,
that was really good.
awesome.
That was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes they can be a little stubborn. And also Ashley can be a little stubborn as well, because sometimes she'll take forever, because you don't control when she throws them. At least to my knowledge, she just throws them whenever she feels like it. So you hope she cooperates and the knights cooperate. Thankfully, things went well there. But yeah, once she throws it and you get the kick, you just throw a flash and you're out of there. Very nice.
Let's go.
From what we understand about how Ashley throws those, is she won't throw one until a knight has attempted to hit you. That's when Ashley's AI is turned on and told to throw it because Leon's in danger or something like that. That's what we think happens. So far, it's the best we got. But yeah, she can kind of take her time, and you'll be sitting there freaking out because you have 3 knights running you down, and Ashley's just up there, I don't know, AFK, I guess, not doing
I
anything.
meant to grab the I meant to grab the heal, but it was just okay. Yeah, I don't need it. I don't need it anyway, game.
Fine. It's fine.
Where's my bell? I don't know where my bell went.
Looks
And as a reminder for those just joining us, the puzzles are the same run to run for a given difficulty. So no need to go read some stuff. That's really coming up in the next little bit here. Of course, the exclusively awesome Ashley section, the only part you get a player in the whole game.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very fun. And on that puzzle thing is a majority of the massive progression puzzles are the same no matter what difficulty you're on. There is differences between standard and assisted have all the same puzzle solutions. Hardcore and professional have the same puzzle solutions, but there are differences between those 2 groups. One of them being the Ashley clock coming up here in a second. The solution for that is the same on assisted and standard, but it is different for hardcore and professional. You'll see it for that, and there is also puzzles that we skip later in the game, which are the sewer level puzzles, which also differ between difficulties.
I'm curious why that change was made, but it is what it is.
Yeah. It's nice that we do get to skip like a good portion of the Ashley section because it is quite long. With the addition of everything else. So just being able to just go right into here is nice, although the knights here are not so nice.
Most of them
Yeah.
are fine for the most part in terms of just like you're in the speed run running past them. There is one towards the end that I'm sure you'll point out going basically back up that staircase right there that can be a little cumbersome
Hi,
at times,
buddies.
depending on
Hi,
what
buddies.
they want to do. Yeah, oh, look at them. They're just like, wait for me. Can't
Wait.
believe you just left them behind, Cat. That was rude.
Yeah, sorry, I'm busy. I got things to do. I got levers,
Yeah.
things to pull.
This little room is scarier than it looks. It's mostly consistent, but there's RNG to the knight's behavior sometimes where they're just sprinting for no reason. If a knight sprints and blocks you off, you have to use the little lantern power to stun them. Ashley dies in one hit. Like, these guys are annoying if they go unhinged, but most of the time they're pretty consistent.
Yeah.
And Kat will have to go back through that room later, but the second run through is 100%
Yeah,
consistent.
they do the same thing every single time, so we don't have to worry too much on the second part of that room. Thankfully, but they can get really fast out of nowhere sometimes and just rush Ashley. And yeah, she's a one-hit down, so if you get hit, it's just pretty much you restart from checkpoint. Just super unfortunate when it happens, but very rarely it does. It does get scary, though.
I do have to compliment the voice actor they have for Ashley. Definitely sounds very scared here.
Oh yeah, they did a fantastic job.
Yeah.
We may hate Ashley at the speedrun just because...
We yell at her all day, but we still appreciate the work that went into the voice acting and the mocapping and all that jazz.
Oh yeah, there's you'll notice when you watch speedrunner, especially RE game speedrunners, is we have a very duality of man sort of situation where we love these games so much. Like, I love every Resident Evil game I've ever touched, but man, do I hate every Resident Evil game I've ever touched. They're very great. They're just masterpieces when you play them casually, but the second you want to go fast, there's a disconnect. And like, they're great speedruns, do not get me wrong, but there are certain elements that you'll notice that we complain about a lot. But they're great games. But yeah, you'll notice we're like, yeah, I love this game, but man, do I really hate this game.
It's not right.
Yeah, so I retry the checkpoint there because for whatever reason, it makes it more consistent for me. A lot of people will switch to 30 FPS. I just say retry the checkpoint and just go at it. Because it just makes it a ton more consistent for me, personally.
Yeah, I just go at it, not doing anything because I haven't been burned yet.
Oh, I've been
I'm sure
burned
it'll
too many
happen
times.
eventually.
I have trust issues with that knight. Sometimes he'll get you stuck, and that's why you'll switch to 30 FPS to be able to squeeze by a little bit better. But yeah, he can be a little mean. All right.
A lot of the FPS changing rules were actually put in place. Originally, FPS changing was entirely banned. But a lot of the rules are actually put in place because of the professional difficulty of the game. That speedrun doesn't have checkpoints to do stuff like that, so we have to add FPS changing. Also, Ada.
I love Ada.
Same as ever.
At least a portion of her.
She looks great. All right, so we're going to be doing the chapter 10, the Novistadors. So these guys are mean. We hate them. They're not nice. They never are nice.
Fucking monsters.
Hold on, we gotta... yeah,
Nice,
Very
first
nice.
try.
we love...
You're owning on these
I
doors.
know, I usually have to take 1 or 2 tries, but I just gotta shoot those guys because they get a little mean. But yeah, so Novistadors, they are very high damage. They can do a lot of damage very quickly, so they can probably one-shot me right now if they wanted to. It's very scary. I should probably heal, honestly.
I'll be fine. You'll roll the chance that you survive with 1 HP. You're gonna stare at the ground. They're not gonna hit you. It'll be great.
Oh, yeah. Totally.
Surely.
Surely they'll play
The-
nice.
If you played the original, the difference between the original Novistador room and this Novistador room is that we have to hit some levers on the opposite sides to get the door to open. These Novis are they hit very hard. Like Kat said, they just hit incredibly hard and they're very fast. They're different from the original, whereas the original they didn't hit super hard, but they chain stun you like crazy. So you can see like that Novi just kind of camped and waited for Cat to get off the hook. That one waited for her to land. They do this all the time. We don't like them. They don't like us. It's kind of a mutual understanding. So Cat, once you get through the room, it's pretty nice. But this game is kind of messed up. They did this. You go straight from No Vistador room right into double Garador room. Now this is a fight that can get off the rails very quickly, kind of like Gigante. Kat's gonna walk into this room and she's gonna loop up and around to right in between both of the double chained up Garadors. One is an armored and one is a non-armored Garador. And Kat's gonna let them break out. And the idea is that she's gonna shoot one of them to expose its Plaga and then shoot the Plagas again and do the same to the other one. And then when she does that, she's gonna also throw a flashbang to kind of get everyone off her case. And then she's gonna shoot the Plagas on the back of them one more time to kill it. That was insanely clutch.
Oh my god! that just okay. We run, we go, we take that, we leave, we get the heck out of here.
Hey, ow!
That was very. Yeah, Garadors. If they do a powered swing at you, you die because they just decapitate you. So Cat was just. That was a gamble I would not have taken. That was certainly one of the. That was a shot. That was crazy.
I am taking a moment for a brief second, but before we do that, we got to go right into another scope skip. So we're going to turn around and we're going to go straight past this. Usually we want to do a little shimmy here, but instead of doing the little shimmy here, we're just going to skip it. It's a lot slower if you do the shimmy in comparison to doing that skip. So obviously we do it. So now we're going to do another skip. This is back to back here. So right now we're skipping a bunch of hidden Navistadors. Usually they're in the water and we can't see them. They just pop out. And instead we're just going to go right out of bounds and just get out of here. Just I don't really want to be here actually. I just want to go get my crown and leave.
This little out of bounds takes us all the way around the entire arena and let's Cat get this elegant crown. She has to crouch underneath this and get up at a certain point so that she doesn't accidentally soft lock her game. And then Leon floats.
Rise, Leon! Yeah, so that just basically skips the whole Navistador underground section, which is really nice because, as we all know, as we all seen, Navistadors ain't nice. They don't play nice. They don't act nice. They're just not nice.
Unfortunately, you'll see later on. We do hope for one to be a little nice.
Yeah.
Very specific.
Yeah. So
more on that later.
We are about to set up for the prime glitch of the game, the magnum opus, whatever you want to call it, the best thing we have found in this game. A lot of the routing in standard and professional is revolved around being able to purchase the RPG. Just like in the original, the RPG is pretty overpowered. It one-shots everything. 2 shots, the upcoming boss, which is the Verdugo. It 2 shots him if you don't freeze him. Now, the glitch I'm referring to, and the bug that I'm referring to, is what we call the infinite rocket launcher glitch, or the infinite ammo glitch. The way this works, and I'll try to explain it as best I can, is essentially there is one specific animation Leon will do if he touches fire, or if he steps into the freezing gas up here, where he kind of swings his arms around a bit. The way it works, you see Kat sets up her weapon wheel specifically for this. Kat's going to run through here to trigger the spawn of Verdugo and get all the way to the end of the arena where he will spawn. Kat will then use one of the hydrogen tanks that would freeze Verdugo on herself. The way the inputs work is that Kat is going to start with the rocket out. She's going to take the animation to take the damage, switch to her pistol, and then step out while the animation's happening. She's going to switch to her pistol and switch back, and then she'll step back into the animation again, into the damage again, and switch back to the pistol once more. And when you do this, the game thinks you have the pistol equipped as well as the RPG because you initiated a swap of your weapon. So you're switching to the RPG, you pull it out, but the game's like, no, you have the pistol out. So you'll essentially see Cat will have the pistol in the bottom right and its ammo count, but she'll have the RPG, which basically will allow her to use the ammo count. So she's going to do the swap, step back in, the swap once more. She's going to aim. She's going to pull out her rocket. And now she has 11 rocket shots, essentially. And also retains her RPG. So she's going to shoot Verdugo twice with this glitch. It's going to kill him instantly. And that's Verdugo.
You could also reload it. It just looks really funny trying to put a magazine into a rocket launcher.
Yeah. So that just makes it Verdugo. What we used to do is obviously the infinite rocket glitch was not a thing prior. So obviously we would just freeze him, shoot him, go on with our day. So that makes that a lot more interesting for the next chapter because we are going to be doing it again. Now, one little thing I asked from chat, and it's a really weird superstitious thing. Maybe it's just me, but can we just pray that we do not have a fireproof Leon? For the love of all the things that are RNG, please just no fireproof Leon. I don't know why I picked that up. We're just gonna go. That's all I asked for, please.
Yeah. No fireproof Leon. That glitch you just saw, Cat, too, she's going to do the same thing again here in a moment. The best thing about that glitch is it breaks really easily, so you don't get to keep it. Anytime you do any animation, it breaks it. However, you get to keep the original RPG you had, so you can do the glitch again if you have the RPG. So she's going to try it again here on a very stubborn AI, where she's essentially going to trigger this dude up here in the TNT area to throw a Molotov at her, and the idea is that he's gonna throw the molly at her, and Cat's gonna have to step into the molly, do the bug, step out, and do it once again. Once she does that, she can set up to have the infinite rocket launcher for this TNT wall here, which you're allowed to just shoot.
Mm-hmm. All right, so
And
let's hope that goes well.
good luck.
Yeah, I'm hoping it goes well. It should be fine. But sometimes he can be a little stubborn and a little weird. All right, we're gonna come up here.
I love when he just like throws it and it smashes against like the ceiling.
Should be it. There we go. All right, no fireproof Leon. Let's go.
Yeah,
Sometimes
that is very
you
good.
can walk into that, and for whatever reason, Leon just becomes fireproof. I don't know why he does it. It just happens where fire just just doesn't do anything. It's just the most infuriating thing. It starts a fire in my belly or something. All right. Anyway, so we're gonna just goodbye.
Yeah, the whole nice thing about that is we use one RPG for 3 areas essentially, and it's super nice. Now the RPG is officially gone.
We can't use it anymore.
So now we actually can't use it anymore. But it did minutes of time save. It did like 8 to 10 minutes of time save alone.
It's ridiculous.
Just doing it that way with one RPG. So it really saved a lot of time. Doing that, because you don't have to wait out the Verdugo, you don't have to go through the whole TNT section, and you don't have to fight the Gigante. So life is good with that glitch, and that's why we like it so much.
It also freed up a lot of inventory space, so now I can finally start picking up things again, because unfortunately before I was struggling with not having any inventory space for whatever reason. It was just like, oh yeah, you just have too many heals why do you have so many heals? You usually use them all. I'm actually not used to having this many heals, to be honest. We good? Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, you ran around like the first 30 minutes or 40 minutes of the game on a sliver of health. It was kind of impressive, actually.
Yeah, I still don't understand how I got through most of the game with just this much health. And I'm like, okay, I'll take it. Sometimes the game just be like that.
Thank chat. They came in with all of the emotes to make that happen. So this is how a co-op run.
Thank you, Chad. I love you.
Now the astute viewers may notice, hey, that's not actually technically infinite ammo. They're just using the magazine from the pistol, which is very much finite. And speedrunners use a lot of the rule of cool. The infinite ammo glitch just sounds way better than fool the game into thinking you're holding the pistol glitch.
Yeah. It's not infinite per se, but yeah, it is essentially infinite compared to what you would have.
Going from 1 to 50.
There was a couple questions about that glitch. there is no one specific person who found it. A lot of players casually experienced that glitch because it's really easy to panic while you're on fire switching weapons. So someone at some point, we saw clips of it in the early days of routing that someone that scared me.
Yeah, that scared me too. I was like, Leon, can you not duck right now? Can you just shoot? Thanks.
But yeah, that glitch was not really found by one specific person. I don't know who figured it out as to like what it actually caused it, and how we actually got the strats for it. But yeah, no one specific person initially found that bug. It was really just something a lot of people experienced, and thankfully we were able to figure out. There are other bugs that we still can try to figure out that also have been experienced. Like there is one bug where if you go up and down stairs and you switch weapons at some specific moment, Leon will actually teleport to the bottom. And he'll go really, really fast. We don't quite know what causes that yet, and we'd love to figure that out someday. So if you're watching, you figure it out. We'd really appreciate it.
Yeah. There is this game, like we said before, this game is by far one of the most broken RE games to date in terms of like glitches and just going out of bounds and stuff like that. The original RE also had quite a good amount of glitches and out of bounds itself. But this one is just out there. Granted, this is the down patch version, so obviously a lot of these glitches that we're using are no longer in the game, like the infinite rockets, the sniper scope glitches. A lot of those are out, so you can't do them on current patch, sadly. However, with the magic of down patching, we can still do them. Thank you. Thankfully.
And this game is like just a little over a month old. So there's still discoveries happening.
Oh yeah,
all the time. Routing changes, like the route you're doing right now. When did you start like doing a lot of the stuff you're?
A lot of the stuff I started doing was yesterday.
There you go.
Yeah, so a lot of stuff I started doing was yesterday. A lot of stuff I started like the route that I'm currently using and not including certain things. I started this week. Like, the route has just changing and changing and changing, and it's still changing. There are still new things coming up. There are still random things that just happen that we were just like, oh, that could be used, maybe. Boss fights change, strats change. It's still a constant thing, which, it's just the way she goes with new games, right?
Yeah, we're definitely here for it. I mean, that's no exaggeration. I mean, just the other day, I went to sleep with one Gigante strat. I woke up 4 hours later to a new Gigante strat. It just happens. And it's one of those things where it can be overwhelming as a runner, as you're trying to keep up to date, because you kind of have to be on it every day. That's why when you see these runners, you see people like Cat or like other top runners, Spicy, myself, anyone who runs this game, keeping up with these strats is very hard to do. There's so many, and there's so many people actively looking for stuff. So when you see someone keeping up to date, like you see Cat doing here, it's quite hard and it's quite impressive because it's not easy to wake up, find out there's 20 different things, and all the stuff you were doing before, you might as well just throw it out the window. Now you have to relearn the game again.
I'm not getting the shot. I'm really not getting that. That's fine. So shooting that barrel up there would have caused the Chainsaw Man to do a ton of, like, it would have just done a ton of damage to the Chainsaw Man's wagon or little cart here. But that's okay. You will do a little bit of damage, but it's not like a huge worry. Yeah.
Oh, there he goes.
End of the line.
Today I learned that can happen. Okay.
Yeah. If you do have
just
some
kill
damage
them.
to your cart, it's really not the end of the world, at least on standard. Obviously, you don't want to take damage, but it doesn't really stop anything. It doesn't like slow you down, at least that I've noticed.
It doesn't, not really. And if you're wondering, guys, why we're not really talking about this area too much, this is like the one area where it's kind of like a break. It's the only real, like, it's like downtime, but it's also not at the same time. If you try to like look away for 20 seconds, you're gonna flip your cart over or you're gonna crash, and it's sad. But otherwise, there's not really much going on here, especially when you kill the Salvador super early.
Yeah, you still have to worry about pressing A and D for turning and stuff like that. So it's not really a lot of, like, it's not really a real downtime. It's just You just want to be very, very careful with not throwing your cart off the tracks. Look, you can see
Is
where
this
they
where
dug
they-
up the bugs.
This is where they dug up the
Oh
bugs.
no, really?
That rock is being hung by nothing. It's literally not gripped onto at all. It's floating.
All right, so
The power of the Lost Plagas.
I'm going to attempt something I learned last night. Pray for me.
Yeah, this is another infinite ammo type situation. This one's kind of newer, and it's a different way of doing it. Kat's gonna blow up this barrel and kill this Novi. She's gonna initiate a reload with her shotgun, and then switch to the flash grenade, and then scroll wheel up to her.
Yeah, I screwed up.
Oh yeah, it's really hard and really tight. It's one of those things where it's if you try to do it, like it's not easy. It's really tight timing. You basically try to reload and do the infinite thing with
If you
flashes.
want to see how my hands look when I'm doing that, just go to my Twitter and you will see how my hands need to be in order to do that. It is not an easy thing to do, I promise you. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's mostly just to make Luis speed up, really. It's not like it's game changing. I promise you it's minor time save if Luis cooperates, obviously. But
Yeah. There's a chance Luis just cooperates and it wouldn't have saved time anyways. He would just be here no matter what. It's really just, you're just kind of trying to eliminate the RNG of Luis standing back here and like doing target practice with the Novis.
Got some rare things on sale. Good luck to you. See how pleasant travels.
yeah.
Juice up the knife a little bit here for the upcoming Quowser
I'll make
fight.
sure I actually have that equipped. I was like, do I have that equipped? I should. So did Luis decide to come down? Oh, Luis.
Come on, Luis.
Luis!
Dinner.
Where the heck is he?
Luis!
He usually sits back in the cave and he fights the Novis.
Luis!
Where? I have never seen it take this long for him to show up.
Thank you.
There he is. All right. Made it. He got the memo.
Yeah, sometimes he'll take a million years and get lost forever. And it's like, Luis, where are you? Come on, man. Yeah, he just wants to fight everything. He wants to just pew, 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 everything. It's quite unfortunate. Anyways, Krauser.
Yeah, so this is the Krauser knife fight. The whole idea of this is you're essentially just trying to get kicks on Krauser. You're staggering him until you can kick him. There's this weird RNG to this where sometimes your kick will do like 3 times the damage and you'll be able to kill him much faster. But otherwise, you're kind of just poking him. And there's one of the kicks. We're going to keep poking him. There's a tech to this fight where you can switch your repeated input type to hold instead of mash. And it makes it so that when you hold M1 with the mouse, it swings way, way faster when you're doing the poking animation. There's a bit of RNG to this fight too on like Krauser's behavior.
Yeah, he's being a little...
And like, yeah, he's being a little bit of a jerk right now. He should be almost dead.
There he is. There it is.
Yeah, there
I
it
was
is.
like, come on, Krauser.
All right.
What you doing? All right, so now we're going to Clock Tower Despair.
One of my
We love
favorite
Clock Tower.
sections of the entire run.
Is it though?
Get away with this, Krauser.
I like to call it the meme tower.
It is quite
you
a
got
meme
this Very
tower.
long, very, very long forced elevator sequence where you're just on this little square defending, and anytime a guy drops on it, it stops. You gotta take them out, but you can, if you know where they're all gonna be, just take care of them before they even touch the elevator. Just go up. I think there's an achievement for it too if you can do that. I
Yeah.
still haven't had a successful start to finish no stop elevator. Quite difficult to do.
So because we were low on ammo, and I'm also going to do something real quick. Yeah, because we were low on ammo, I did have to craft some. Sometimes you get lucky and you just get a ton of ammo drops that are just specifically for shotgun and sniper. Sadly, sometimes you just don't. So I had to craft some specifically for Clock Tower because Clock Tower can be just awful and terrible and mean, and there's sickles, there's fire, there's archers, there's just everything and all of the above. It's terrible. And you have to make your way
Dudes in red robes.
all the way up to the top of the clock tower with the elevator, which can be quite lengthy and can be quite grueling. So the more ammo,
We
the
get to
better.
see the statue though.
Yeah, we do. I'm
was
sad
worried
it
they were
doesn't
gonna
move
remove it
though.
all.
Besides,
Yeah,
putting
no
fire.
chase sequence.
yeah,
But they at least put him in here.
at least.
Now, if you played this game casually, you may remember the head spinning around and spewing fire at you. You don't see that in the speedrun because once you know it's there, you can blow up the head before it even gets to that trigger where it starts doing that. So Cat's just gonna peek up here at the top of the stairs and shoot the thing, blow it up, and there we go. Don't have to worry.
All right. Everybody.
Yeah, I know a lot of
play
people
nice.
a lot of people got upset when they saw that in the speedruns. Like, I had no idea that was there. Like, that would have saved me some headache. Cats go up these stairs. These stairs are kind of annoying because there's so many just dudes.
Yeah.
And then you have this guy sending down a big ball. This ball will one-shot you if you get hit by it. So Cat's going to go into this little cubby to avoid it.
Well,
It does
already?
clear the
Oh.
enemies though, so as soon as it goes by, all the enemies chasing you usually get taken out.
Don't do it. Don't do it, lady. Okay, we're good.
Oh, that's...
Ooh,
Oh.
that got scary. Yeah, sometimes you can just like sit there and the ball will just keep rolling and miss you. Thankfully, there is a wide enough gap for you to sit there. But usually you can use the scope to just kind of push yourself into it, which is nice. So we're gonna just...
And now we get to go up this elevator. Cue the elevator music. This whole fight, this section rather, is like the enemies' behaviors are pretty scripted, but it doesn't make it any less annoying. If you don't kill an enemy or you don't knock them down when they try to jump to the elevator, they'll go to a different access to the elevator, and it makes it, you have to like react to where they're going. So you can see they kind of run up and around to different points. The whole idea, if you're not familiar with this elevator, is you don't want them to jump down on the elevator or else it will stop. And that is very, very frustrating when it happens because one, you lose time, and two, it gets really hectic because more enemies will try to jump on the elevator, and eventually you'll just get overwhelmed. As you can see, they kind of jump on. There's a little leniency to it where if an enemy jumps on, you get about a second before they actually stop the elevator. Oh, nice parry. And there's also archers. Like Kat said, there's a lot of annoying enemies to deal with here. Archers being some of the most annoying because they just keep pelting you while you're riding up the elevator. And then these guys that will do the glory all its plagas chanting while you're up here, and it makes you get interrupted when you're doing anything, right? Leanne enters a little headache animation that stops him from being able to shoot. So now that those two are dead, now it's basically just like stop the dudes from jumping for the remainder of the way. There's no more red-robed enemies. We're just kind of on defensive duty here.
Yeah, it's really important to take out the cult leaders because if they're allowed to cast their spell, it will give you plagas enemies from the ones currently alive, especially if they're like on the platform. And that just becomes very annoying to deal with. Just killing them out ensures you don't have to deal with that. I'm not sure if it's like now a 0% chance that they turn into plagas enemies once those guys are down or not.
Okay, we're good.
But at the very least, significantly reduced. GG.
Nice.
All right, that went well, but we're out of shotgun ammo, so that's sad, but it's okay. It's mostly for Island. Island, you do need a bit of shotgun ammo. So hopefully we have some juicer boxes coming up. By that, I mean we just have boxes that have a lot of things that could possibly give us what we want. So we just kind of hope and pray that it gives us what we want.
Yeah, being out of shotgun ammo here is the average RE4R experience, where you need the ammo for the area coming up, but you just don't have it.
Speaking of which.
Oh, nice. Perfect. So we're coming up on a fun fight.
Yeah, remember the gold egg from way, way back in Chapter 4? Wow. I tell you. It's exciting here.
It does
I
things.
just pray I don't miss, I guess.
Yeah, there is a side quest in this game the merchant gives you to throw the golden egg at Salazar's painting in his throne room, or throw an egg. But this is essentially like a little Easter egg where it all kind of hints that you should throw the golden egg at Salazar. Why does that matter? You might be wondering. It does insane damage. This was discovered one day, not long ago. It was like like 4 weeks ago or something, or not really 4 weeks, 3 weeks ago, where it's discovered that if you throw the egg and you hit Salazar here, it does 75% of his health. And immediately causes him to go into a critical phase. And then if you pull out a strong enough weapon, you just blast him, the fight ends
right there
instantly.
Yeah. You can actually use 2 eggs on him as well. That is an option that you can do, which is pretty nice.
Ashley,
I like how the checkpoint,
no time to lose.
the checkpoints are so random when they start. There's an out of bounds here, but unfortunately I just don't trust where the checkpoint is going to be. So sometimes it can start like more down the stairs. Sometimes it starts at the top of the stairs. It's a little weird, so I just don't do it every time, at least for a marathon setting, because it can be inconsistent.
Hey, shotgun ammo!
Just
Yay.
not gonna do that. But we do have shotgun ammo now. We're good for Island. Which pray for me for more prayers, because Island is just as bad. I'm ready.
Yeah. Island Island is actually the fastest section of the game, but it is incredibly spooky. There are some skips that we have to do around some very lethal, usually non-skippable sections, right? You're gonna see Kat do some things involving some turrets that are in Island. Turrets in this game, like the not like Krauser's scripted turrets, but like there are these stationary super turrets that you're going to see right off the rip as soon as we get into Island. If you walk into that laser, it'll fixate on the one thing closest to it. If you're in that laser, you will die instantly. It is one hit, you die, you can't get out, nothing you can do. We're going to do some creative stuff to get around them, where we're basically going to throw enemies or bait enemies into these guns to allow us to get through them. Now, sounds simple when I say it, but it's actually very tricky. The first one Kat's going to do is going to rely on a grenade toss, where we're essentially going to go up and deactivate this first turret that Kat sees here, because we have nothing to do but deactivate it,
Yeah.
or rather turn it away, before we go to the one that we have to actually skip.
Yeah, so I do need to hope and pray that the guys that are coming up here, because I do need to shoot this guy. See that guy in the window? We gotta shoot him. We gotta get rid of him, essentially. Otherwise, he's just gonna cause nothing but problems. We're just gonna let this cutscene.
Present for
Hopefully
you.
that.
Kat's going to throw a nade to bounce that dude into the laser.
Oh, he did not.
Oh,
I'm not risking it.
yeah.
Yeah.
That can happen sometimes. That arc has to basically push that dude straight into the laser.
Yeah.
A little trickier now with the retry, but we can still do it.
That's a different variant than what I'm used to. I've never seen this one before.
Why is it? Are you
There-
kidding me?
Oh, he died.
Oh,
The grenade
come
crit.
on, man. That's so unlucky, actually. Yeah, you hate to see it.
This skip is still faster than doing it the normal way, because you would have to run around and do so many annoying things to get around this. So doing this skip is certainly worth it.
There we go.
There we go. Now he got knocked into it. And then shoot that JJ so he doesn't blast yet. And that's how you skip that turret. That skip's actually very hard. And if that looked like it was a pain, it's because it was. And it's still not even the worst one. There's another one later that is significantly worse. That you will see. But yeah, that's the whole premise of a turret skip. It's to essentially use an enemy to do it.
Yeah, it's just like you're basically relying on where the enemy's body's gonna lay. Like, you hope that his body lands into the direct, line of sight of the laser, but sometimes it just doesn't, and you're just kind of like, oh, well, okay, I guess. Cool. I guess I'll just reset. Obviously, in a marathon setting, we're just gonna retry the checkpoint till we get it, because doing it the long way it's just long for obvious reasons.
Yeah, I don't even remember. I'll be honest. Out of like,
I forget
Yeah, the one
the
I use
pattern.
is the slower one, where you got the bold guy comes out, and you have to wait for the whole cutscene to play, because it puts him in the right position. If you skip it, he ends up somewhere else. Then you gotta bait
Right.
him to come kick you, and he'll.
that
walk into the
original method was
laser.
the first way we found out how to do that, and that thing is a pain.
Mm-hmm.
You would bait the JJ to double kick into the line. It was bad. Oh, that was
I don't
tragic
trust
RNG.
you. Oh, everybody's here now. Everybody! Can you just get out of the... What the... Whoa!
Oh, synchronized swinging. That's kind of cool.
Okay. That was surely a thing that just occurred. Okay. Yeah, that guy can plug us sometimes, and whenever he does, it's like, okay, I guess that's what we'll do.
Pray for the clip.
Oh,
Oh, I guess they had other plans.
they had other plans. So with that being said, we're just gonna take it as just grab this and go. Yeah. So normally what we would have done there is we would have popped into the wall and gone straight down to the to the lower floor. Unfortunately, the AI just decided it had other plans, and also Leon also decided he wanted to run away. So maybe that was for the better. Probably for the better, honestly.
Okay, now we get to see everything else in this section that you wouldn't have seen.
Oh, we still get to see this section. That was mostly just a skip going down the stairs, honestly.
Yeah, that one's actually super minor. It only saves like 5 seconds or something, but it's one of those things that we still just kind of go for it since it's there.
Yeah.
Say hi, Oven Man. Hi.
Oh, rifle ammo.
Bye.
Thank you. We are going to need that. So now we are in the regenerator section. So the regenerator section can go one or two ways. Either the regenerators cooperate and they don't do anything mean or rude. There they are. Very jiggly, very wiggly. We love them. Or it can just go extremely well and they just decide to just stand there.
That's the best outcome. We love when they're just sitting there
hanging out.
going off. They've got like Capcom just gave them so much meat. These regenerators, they're so huge and like jiggly. And,
they're very
like, oh my
jiggly
goodness.
wiggly boys.
You'll see.
They're also very smiley goons. They they got these big old smiles on them, and I really like it because it just makes them look so like goofy friendly. I don't know. Maybe I'm like the weird horror nerd that just loves smiley horror things. But
I guess they buy from the Plagas dogs, but they just look so fluffy and they got their goofy smile. With their
They're just having a good time.
Hey.
There's so you're gonna see here in a moment. So the sniper clipping you've been seeing is usually used for out of bounds, but it has one other substantial application where if you sniper clip into walls or into objects, enemies don't know what to do. They get they're just so dumbfounded that you are doing what you are doing that they just stand there and they stare at you. They don't understand what you're doing and they're shocked. They couldn't believe Capcom let it happen. Basically what Kat's going to do, she's going to turn around and she's going to sniper clip into this wall. What this does is this regenerator is going to hang out and push us a little bit, but he's confused. He doesn't know what's going on. He's like,
trying
what
to
are you
look
doing?
into the ground as well. But he's bent over right now.
I am just holding S for dear life right now.
Yeah, it's very funny because the AI will try to push you because they're like, hey, get out. Like, play with me. Let's hang out. And you're like, no. Because we're waiting for this key card.
Hey!
Yeah, that was unfortunate because I think I hit my quick turn button, but it's fine. We take that. As long as he doesn't hurt me. Oh, thank God. The other one is not here either. Yeah, so sometimes the regenerator will be right at the top of these stairs. Usually, if you're lucky, he'll be kind of just on his own merry way somewhere else. And we're just like, okay, we take that because they hit hard. They don't hit like a feather, as you would hope.
In this next section here, this is like the final big part of chapter 13. There's 4 regenerators in these tanks here, you see, and one of them contains a wrench, and it is random which one it is. So you have to get the biosensor scope here to preview, not only to see like the Plagas.
Get in my inventory.
Hey. This one right here, that's the best one it could be, but neither of those two. So we got the 2 slow ones. There it is.
How that? I don't understand how that didn't hit the things.
I had to do something a little...
Drew an outline over the Plagas. Yeah.
Are you what?
Oh, what?
What is that range, dude?
I've never seen a grab from that far away.
Holy moly, thank you.
All
Just
right, there it
die
goes.
already. Thank you. Oh my. Ooh, okay, we're good.
A very juicy explosion.
That was.
Very lucky that the shots that pierced through him did not hit the tank behind him. If you shoot any of the other tanks, the regenerators that are inside will get out, and it's not even something Leon can also just do. The enemies, if they blow it up, those guys will come out and start hanging out.
I swear, if you look at that glass funny, it breaks. It's not very secure.
Oh, hi.
Oh, right on the
That
windows.
That was insane.
Wow, what
What a
is
toss.
this?
Hey,
We were waiting. Cat has to wait for basically that key card to be done, and it is a very unfortunate thing because there's dudes with bombs.
All right.
Oh god.
here we go.
It's fine.
Get out of my way!
All right. That's the scary part.
That part gets so spooky. I'm just like, please put that down. Don't throw it at me.
We were never worried.
Yeah, those bombs can be sneaky. They come up on you. All right, we're
That's
good.
chapter 13.
Yeah, that went
Now, Ashley is going to be back, but not for long.
not for too long. We're actually gonna leave her again. With the magic.
You wouldn't.
No. Oh, for
We
for
would.
a little bit, maybe, you know. She might ask for a boost, perhaps. But we're gonna boost our way out elsewhere.
We'll promptly tell her no.
Yeah.
Okay, you good?
So I'm gonna tell her to back up here because she can be a little bit. I just want to make sure I'm in the right place.
Could you give me a boost?
It's another one of those door clips. Doing the 180 spin, interacting with it. Well done.
There we go. Can you give me a
This one's
boost?
interesting
No.
because you don't even have to open that door. So the one in chapter 7 had to be open to get like Ashley away from the enemies and for her to get to the next section, because otherwise she'll just be stuck there. But that one, as soon as you get over here, like Ashley figures it out. And it's like, oh yeah, I boosted myself. Don't worry about it.
Hello?
But this one right here, this door, this is the like end shortcut
There you
door
go.
back to the merchant, back to the
this is being
typewriter
tricky.
at like the very end of this chapter. It's like this just bypassed the whole like wrecking ball sequence that opens up that door right there, and also the other like garbage section where you had to like have Ashley hold a bridge open.
Let's
You're
go.
introduced to like the Iron Maiden enemies. Just this really lengthy slots. Thankfully, that door is right there.
Yeah.
It has the properties of the other doors, and
Yeah,
not
because
much left in chapter 14.
we just skipped the entire crane section where Ashley takes forever and talks about driver's ed that has no relevance to operating a crane. Ever heard of driver's ed? I don't think that's the same, Ash.
No, I...
Not in my state, at least.
Just saying, I think there's a different
Yeah.
requirement for that.
It's one of the best sniper skips that was actually, I think it was one of the first ones that had applicable use that we used in the run, was that one right
I believe
there.
it was found by
it is,
Matt, I believe.
Well, either way.
Yeah, the original sniper skip was found by Matt, who actually was found it on a door where it had no use. We had absolutely no use for it. But the fact that he found the sniper clip as a possibility opened up
It
all
cracked
these
this game
like,
wide
glitches.
open.
Yeah, that is. We thank Matt for that contribution alone. Really broke open this game tremendously. Really saved it from being a much longer and painful run, because now we skip that. You skip like Bella's sisters just with the sniper clipping. You skip so much. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
So shout outs to Matt for that.
Yeah, huge shout outs because yeah, that's pretty insane. All right, hold on. No. Sorry. I like telling them no every single time. It makes me feel good about myself. I have way too many heals. How do I have so many heals? What is going on here? I'm not used to having this
Run's
many
just going
heals.
that well, Kat.
I'm used to like being pretty empty on this. Alright, we're gonna sell. We're also gonna sell that. I'm also gonna sell, I guess, some of the heals that I got. Might as well. So we're gonna buy the rocket launcher here. Never mind, we're actually going to take a moment to sell more, because apparently I have too much inventory space. I guess I'll just sell that. It's fine. It's fine, surely. Surely, I'll be okay.
It'll be good.
Where you gonna put this?
Where are you gonna
Hey,
put that? Your
perfect.
pocket?
Really come.
Yes, actually. Alright, so here is coming up a new thing that was discovered, where watching a cutscene becomes viable. So we're just gonna sit here and watch this cutscene. Enjoy listening to Krauser spiel about unadulterated power.
I've been waiting for you.
Rookie.
Very, very important cutscene. And it just what you're about to see makes no sense. I'll just
Yeah, it
make
really
sure you're
doesn't
all
make any
aware.
sense.
This makes no sense.
Essentially, what we're doing is we're watching a cutscene to make Krauser disappear. We're pulling off a magic act right now. So we gotta pause the cutscene at a specific point. We need to skip it at a very specific point. So there is a visual cue as well as an audio cue of when we do that, when Leon is speaking. Or we gotta let it run for like a minute.
You think
I'm doing all this
for
for revenge.
Isn't that what this is all about? See,
I think the way this works, and this is kind of the running theory, is while we're in this cutscene, Krauser is actually where he's standing. This is actually where he's moved to in the game, not just in the cutscene. So what we think happens is when we skip the cutscene at the frame we want to skip it at, it kind of forces him to be where
So
he's not usually supposed to be.
There, but as soon as we come up here, he's gone.
show no
Oh, he just disappears. He doesn't want to be here anymore. He's bored. So somewhere he's still here technically, but he's not here. Oh, I didn't want to use that. That's unfortunate. That's okay. I have yeah, we're just gonna do that real quick. So we'll need that for later. So I don't know where he is exactly. It sounds like he's like kind of like underground. Like he's like down here kind of.
Yeah, he like kind of falls off that ledge he's standing on. And it just forces him to get stuck.
Oh, hey.
I know, Krauser. This run has been sloppy. You are right. That's okay. All right, so we're gonna shoot that. I missed somehow. I don't know how that worked, but okay. It's cool. All right. Enough of that. All right. Gotta. I'm no stranger to love. Sorry, I can't help it every single time.
The Krauser fight is a 3-phase fight, basically, where it's that first phase, and then an upcoming second phase, and then a mutated third phase. This part that Kat's coming up on, is essentially where Krauser is going to be perched up on this little building right here. Kat has to kind of run through this gauntlet to get past him. She's going to crouch behind some walls to like soak the shot so she doesn't get blasted by him. This leads us into the actual second phase fight where Krauser is going to be up top again, but we're going to knock him down with some sniper shots to kind of deal with him on the ground. You kind of see it as she comes up here. Krauser's going to spawn up there. The camera's going to force us to look at him, and we're going to pop him to force him to come down, and then when we do that, Kat's going to throw a grenade, which is going to stagger him. She's going to shoot him a few more times.
Oh, nice! You got it first
And he's
try.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
We love it.
Well done.
All right, so
And now we're in mutated form.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice parry.
yeah, so now that we've gotten past that, we're going to not examine. We're going to take out our rocket launcher here because now we're going to want to shoot him. Hopefully, I don't miss. I don't know how I would miss, but we're going to maybe not miss. I don't know. But we're gonna shoot Krauser with a rocket to get him right out of here because if you weren't to do with the rocket, you'd probably use the Magnum, but it is obviously for obvious reason is it would be slower. All right,
This is kind of like the last boss battle before the
easy.
Awesome. There he goes. Bye.
Eat it, Krauser. All right, gonna do a little bit of disrespect.
Ooh. The unsportsmanlike conduct, but I get it.
All right, chapter 15. Okay. This is where it's going to get interesting. It's a very specific reason why it gets interesting.
Yeah. Chapter 15, very volatile. Remember earlier when we talked about turret skips and we talked about how the one before was a pain, but the one after is significantly worse? That would be in chapter 15. And it's right at the very end of it, so you always know that's a good thing. Kat's gonna make a save here real quick. The reason we're doing this and loading it is we're forcing the enemies that are ahead of us to kind of reset their position. So Kat's gonna do that and come over here to initiate the fight early so that Mike pulls up and starts blasting.
Yeah. So it just starts this whole area a little bit sooner and makes it a little bit quicker. But what's coming up is I'm hoping I just don't die. That's all I hope for. That's all I want. That's all. Mike, please.
Yeah. It would probably be worth using one of those heals to go full health before we go into this next area.
Yeah, I've been kind of like being a little risky this whole time, haven't I?
Maybe a little bit, but I respect it. I would. The next area is so rough that no runner in their right mind would risk the next area. War Room is considered to be like the worst thing just ever. It's just one of the worst things of all time in terms of things. That's basically the best way I can put it. War Room is this area that's going to come up after this section. Now, the section Kat's currently in is a kill-based section where she has to get, I believe, 18 kills in order for the timer to proceed or for Mike to break the wall for us to go into War Room and go to the next area. So she's just going to kill a few enemies. This dude is zooming. Once that's done, after a small amount of time, Mike is going to destroy this wall, and we're going to proceed to the War Room section, essentially, where we have to blow up a big old turret.
I don't know how I shot... Okay. I'm not going to complain. I shot the guy in front, but I killed the guy behind.
Yeah. So... this is standard. That's right.
Yeah.
Standard in any percent has a few glitches. That was crazy.
Hi, hello, what is going on here?
Where's Mike? Mike.
Hello?
Come on, Mike.
You
Mike?
are just
There,
killing me, man. Actually, I'm taking that first
Just
aid
took out
spray
your-
because I have trust issues now.
So, shout out to the Bulletproof Vest, which just took an entire RPG. Oh, God.
Dude, they are being very grabby right now. I don't like it.
So, Kat's gonna blow up this turret. You usually have to climb this tower to shoot it with a turret, but otherwise, you can just use heavy nades and blow it up. And then Kat is going to do a nifty little skip here. This is going to be two skips in one, essentially. One of them is going to be revealed later, but the first one is actually a skip of the entire War Room, utilizing the checkpoints and utilizing the sniper glitch. So she's going to clip out of bounds here after blowing up the turret. She timed that on purpose so that the checkpoint would happen when she's out of bounds.
No, I didn't get it.
Ooh.
Oh, I have an idea. It's a little bit of a long one, but I have an idea. So
She has an idea.
I am not risking War Room. Sorry. War Room is very not nice. So I will gladly just take the fall here. That was I wasn't sure that was gonna work because I wasn't pointing down enough. I had a feeling that wasn't gonna work. It's okay. Don't worry. Just we keep going.
Yeah, we do it live.
We do it live.
Yep, so, we just finished chapter 14, and now we're entering into chapter 15 here.
We're just doing
And this
all
first
from the beginning.
section, right here at the start, is a kill counter-based thing. Kat's getting, I believe, 18 kills here in order for Mike to come in and blow up the barrier to move on to the next section. And this really is, really difficult. There's this section called the War Room at the...
the War Room. Yeah.
Helicopter. Yeah, the War Room.
Yeah. Tell me about the War Room.
Professional,
So skipping it.
You got to go through it, but there's something really cool you can do here. On standard, so Kat has some heavy grenades and use them to take out the turrets, and that's going to unlock an auto save. And
So
we'll have to have
unfortunate.
shenanigans, yeah. All right. Anyway, we're here for the first
Excuse
time.
me. What in the Molotov is going on here? Can I not be set on fire? Thanks. That's cool. Awesome. Can we die quickly, please? At least it wasn't that far. That's the one nice thing about a lot of this is that these are just not that far from each other. It sucks if you're doing obviously a PB run because obviously if you screw up the skip, it's a reset. But for marathon sakes, I want to show you guys how cool. Like now everything's cooperating. I want to show how cool these things can be because I find glitches to be absolutely fascinating. So I'm going to show you. And also, I want to do duffel bag. I want to do it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
We have to show off. We're gonna try our best to show off duffel bag, and duffel bag is certainly. It is one of the skips of all time. It is very fun.
Yeah, we're not going to elaborate it on it until it's development, but you'll see why it's called the duffel bag. It's probably one of the funniest things I've ever seen come out of this game.
I like to call it Screaming Child and Walmart skip.
Now we got it.
Hey,
There we go.
Yeah, I wasn't pointing down enough there before. I saw it and I was like, the checkpoint already happened. That's unfortunate. All right, so we're going to switch to 30 FPS here. This is relevant to duffel bag. And we're going to be holding A and shift at the same time. And we're going to keep holding it until we pop back in bounds. So we're going to just keep holding it because that way we can just get back in bounds and go. So we're going to hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. There it is. We're going to switch back to 120, obviously, because I don't want to play this game at 30 FPS. That just sounds not great. So now we're back in bounds. We're out of bounds, but back in bounds. You know what I mean.
We're no longer flying through space. This skip is monstrous. It skips the entirety of the war room, which is an awful section that has a whole bunch of enemies. A JJ, which is the cow dudes or the bull dudes with guns, and 2 turrets and an RPG guy. That room is awful. But we get to skip it on this difficulty. And then here's Mike. Surely he lives for a very long time.
I'm ready for the bar. Let's go, Mike.
where'd he go?
I'm sure he's fine. He's waiting for us at the bar.
Oh, he's waiting out the
Yeah.
bar.
Yeah. I'm actually really excited. You know, maybe I'll get like a nice little drink of water. Anyway, so now we're gonna do some more scope fun stuff with the sniper here. But first, we're just gonna turn this wheel 2 times. You do not have to turn it all the way. You can just turn it 2 times and go because you're right there. So why not?
So we're coming up on. So this is the door clip, the cat saw where you kind of clip yourself through and push through, and Leon just kind of does the animation on the other side of the door. Now we're praying. Cat gets 1 shot at this to use duffel bag after doing the skip. There's a skip coming up here called this is the turret skip. This relies on an enemy AI that Cat's going to use to push her through a turret. The enemy AI being a Novistador. And we're basically hoping that it pushes Cat through the turret.
Can you die, please? Okay.
So what's going to happen is Cat's going to come up to this red laser wall right here. She's going to stand very close to it and pray a Novi charges from behind her and pushes her through it.
Come on, Novi. Come on.
Just like that.
Oh, let's go! First try.
That is a very scary skip. And now we hope that the duffel bag glitch actually stayed intact. There's a chance it can break. We don't quite know why. It can be a little inconsistent, but usually it should work. And now you're about to see duffel bag skip, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Or Screaming Child and
For the
Walmart
content.
skip.
For the content.
We got it! Yeah!
There it is.
All right, we're gonna switch to 30 FPS here. Just cut this corner.
There's a couple things happening here, right? You're probably very confused on what's going on. There is a bug with Leon where that glitch Cat did earlier where she fell infinitely out of bounds until she teleported back up. Kind of changes Leon's state to make him think he's like walking forever. And what this does is it forces him to carry Ashley like this. This is so much faster than doing it the normal way, where otherwise you're really slow and limping. It's crazy. Super important skip that was found. Shout outs to Hazeblade for being the one to find this, because it's a very interesting skip. Because you're carrying Ashley like a duffel bag, essentially.
It's great. I'd like to say that we're just bringing her to bed. All right, Ashley, that's enough of your screaming and nonsense. It's time for bed.
I'm so glad we got to see that today.
I'm really glad too. I was very nervous about it because if you die, essentially you just don't get it. You restart, like anytime you retry a checkpoint, it just completely cancels it out. So the fact that we got to see it today makes me very, very happy. We are coming up to chapter 16 and the final chapter of the run. So we are basically home free now. We don't have to worry about too much. Besides maybe some Navistadors and as well as Sadler playing nice, which should be okay. But yeah, this run is one of probably the hardest runs I've ever had to do personally. Just with how volatile it can be, the RNG, the enemies, like just things that are just so out of your control. It's a non-stop run as well, besides like between chapters. It's a lot.
Yeah. There were questions in chat just now about that skip, and there is a lot of talk about it, whether or not it's allowed. That skip is recently allowed.
It just got unbanned yesterday.
Yeah, the skip was banned for a while due to its inconsistency. We had issues replicating it in its original way that it was found. Until some studying was done, thanks to a lot of work of people who tested, we figured out certain skips, certain setups for it are allowed that are consistent. So now it has been unbanned, utilizing those methods.
All right.
Super cool stuff. Yeah, the game's changing literally by the day.
Yeah.
This run is so different that you're watching right now than it was last week.
Oh yeah, like the route that I was doing before is like completely different from what I was doing before. It's actually quite insane. All right, so I'm just gonna sell a whole lot of things that I just don't need anymore. Mainly just things that just don't matter because we want this. That's all we want, and now we leave. There is an infinite rocket glitch that we can abuse here, but for the sake of my sanity, I will not attempt it. So we're just gonna throw that there. And we're just gonna do whatever, wait for him to do his thing. And now we're going into second phase Sadler. So what I just like to do here is, I just like to teabag him.
This is the DDR phase.
Yeah. Where you just...
Yeah, is this just like on a set timer?
Yeah.
You just gotta wait, or is there anything to be done to speed it up, or literally just God?
You can kill the ball in the middle to speed this up by about 35 seconds-ish, 40 seconds. It requires money routing to allow that to happen because you need a weapon powerful enough to do it, or you use the infinite rocket glitch to do it. Otherwise, you just do this little dance, which is way safer if you don't have the money routed for it.
Yeah, so for me personally, what I will be doing for my next runs will be incorporating the infinite rocket glitch. Just because the money routing that we do for this run is a little bit, it's strict. So that's the unfortunate part about the route changing constantly, is that you just have things added, have things taken away on the fly. So because of when this run was going to be, I just did not have the time to incorporate it, practice it, and because I'd rather be well practiced on something to incorporate, I'm not doing it. For the sake of everybody here. All right, so now we're just we're making our grand escape. We're leaving. I guess this is about a good time to just say thank you, Zeke, or Captain Ezekiel, for helping me with the commentary, as well as Fant, both amazing people. Thank you very much for helping me through the quiet times that I needed.
Of course. And one last thing, that guy right there, I don't know if the speedrun community has named him. I've named him, at least myself, Juan.
Juan.
He's there for Juan the Last Grab.
I'm here for it.
On Leonio's like, oh yeah, stop! When he comes out, he's just so happy.
He's just so happy to say goodbye. Yeah. I also want to say shout outs to Spicy as well for helping with certain things on this. He's also just absolutely goated at this game. So shout outs to Spicy. And shout outs to like everybody who's just been working hard on making this run what it is now and like continuing to make it super insane and tighter on timing. But yeah, no, it's been a wild ride. Here's a flip to you.
Yes.
Also, a big shout out to Demented Salad for creating the splitter and just making every splitter for every RE game nowadays. Oh, we did a little bump there. So
It's fine. Don't worry.
I'm trying to think of more shout outs to give out for more people. It's just, there's a lot of people to say thanks to, but
You know who I'd like to shout out? CatLink. Be sure to go on over to twitch.tv/CatLink for more. Not just Resident Evil 4 speedruns, but horror of all types. Now, I've been working there for a bit. I love your indie horror nights where you find like random games on Steam or things that are suggested. You just play through them. No matter what quality they are, you just go in and give them a shot.
oh yeah.
I love that. Seen some really interesting stuff. But here we are. We're almost at the end. The lights at the end of the tunnel quite
Get me
literally
outta here!
marks the end of the run, and that is time.
Oh god.
GG.
I didn't die. I had to retry a few times, but you know what? We finished it. That's the way no resets go with this game. Sometimes you're just gonna have to retry a few checkpoints if you're on standard. But thank you everybody for watching, sticking around.
What's going on with Ashley's shirt there?
Her ruffles go crazy, man. I don't know.
I didn't even.
They're just woo. But yeah, just thank you everybody for watching at home. Thank you for being supportive and stuff like that. Thanks to my community. Actually, shout out to my community. Y'all are great. Y'all have put up with enough nonsense coming from me yelling at this game. But yeah, I think I definitely want to try and see if I can get a sub 150 with this game. I think I can. Pretty sure I can. Need the enemies to be nice.
Got this.
But if you want to check out more content from me, like Pat said, twitch.tv/catlink, not cashlink.
CashLink. You go to twitch.tv/CatLink.
Catlink, yeah. Sorry, my brain is just like you're a little wonked out from the run. It's okay though. I'm not sure what my final time was IGT, so let's see. Was it a sub 2 at least? Please be a sub 2 at least. Probably not.
Let's see what we've got. It is 155.
Hey!
Pretty
good. You know what? I'll take it. It's 4 minutes over my PB, but a sub 2 at least, I'll take it. Oh my god. Thank you, Fant, again for having me on. This was super fun.
Of course. Now, I do have one last thing to ask.
Sure.
Potentially even request. You got a sub 2. You did this pretty fast.
Yeah.
Oh, we got some time before the next show coming after this. Would you perhaps be willing to do a thing or two that I will not mention after a hypothetical break that may or may not happen?
Sure. I'd be more than down to do the hypothetical
all right.
thing.
Well, everybody currently watching, there's going to be a little bit more RE4 after we come back. We'll go to a break and then come back. I'm not going to spoil what it is, but get ready. See you all after this quick break. And welcome back to Game Master's Resident Evil 4 Remake Edition. And the surprise I was talking about, obviously, I was referring to the little friends that CatLink has found.
We got a little.
Wanted to say hi to GDQ. Aww.
Yeah, everybody at GDQ, say hi to my lovable baby boy named Koopa. He is a Corgi Poodle mix, and I love him very much, and I thought I'd show everybody. GDQ's already seen my hedgehog, so GDQ hasn't seen my puppy yet. So yeah, everybody say hi. He's a cutie. We love him. Koopa.
Yes.
You are a good boy.
But yes, mercenaries.
I need to go do stuff now. Okay?
So yeah, this is something. I figured if we finished fast enough, we could show off a little bit of this mode. Very, very different from the the baseline game? What are we going to be seeing there, Kat?
So I want to do my favorite ones, either Hunk or Krauser. Both of them are super, super fun in this mode. I personally prefer either or. Honestly, I love Hunk because of his little animations that he does. I have already done S++ on all of them. Obviously, you could tell that Hunk and Krauser were two of my favorites. So pick a random map. Castle, Villager,
I'm gonna say,
Island.
let's get revenge on the island.
I'm down. You know what? We're gonna.
Chapter 15 was rude, so we're gonna show him the boss.
All right, now Zeke, Krauser, or Hunk?
I'm a Hunk enjoyer.
All right. We go. All right, so we're just
So
gonna.
what are we doing here?
We're just gonna be doing a lot of neck snapping, and it's going to be very great.
Oh.
So usually we would just do a lot of headshots, but we're mostly just gonna stay in this hut. We're just gonna stay in this hut. Hopefully we can just get all the, there we go.
Hopefully he does like that little animation with his fingers, like, just say it.
Ta-da! Hey.
Whoa, you teleport. Kind of crazy.
Wow. Yeah, Bill of Mercenaries, you have Bach. You get points by killing enemies. And you try to expand the time, get combos, go for high score.
It's
Brunch.
probably one of my favorite modes with like just chiropractor Hunk over here.
Yeah, all of these, I don't know if they're like called Ganados here. What are the enemy guys, you know, they've been carrying so much weight. You know, Battler's been working them to the bone. So came to see their good friend, the chiropractor, gonna help them out with pain. And then they pay you in points for your service. Then they go on their merry way back to work. Nobody was
I didn't even notice he was there. There we go. We gotta make sure we keep our combo up. And
Dr.
so
Hunk is on the scene. All right.
Remember, chat, be careful when cracking your neck tonight.
yeah, think about Hunk a little bit.
Leave this to the professionals.
Yeah.
There we go.
So how do you maintain a combo? Like, what's, I guess, the situation that causes a combo to drop?
It's basically just not being able to kill an enemy in time. Obviously, a lot of neck snapping is pretty nice. I just like doing the neck snapping. It's purely fun. Where is everybody? Hello? We might drop this combo.
Friends?
Bingo?
Ooh, all right. I saw the number flashing. I wasn't sure how
I was
close
a little
that
nervous there. Yeah, we're getting a lot of headshots, but we're not getting a lot of neck snaps here. What is going on, boys?
Oh,
There you go.
they're kindly waiting in line.
Everybody. There you go. We want to get rid of the RPG guys because they can be kind of mean.
It's so
Hand animation
silly.
afterwards just gets me every time. That's it.
Jazz hands, yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Oh. We are going to heal. What is going on? Oh, hi. Oh, whoa. Shoo! Woo. I needed to reload, guys.
A little close on that combo
Yeah,
there.
I know. I was a little scared for a second. We pretty much just stay within this little... Thank
That
you.
guy's built different. My goodness.
Actually, though, I was just like, excuse me, sir. Come here. So yeah, we basically just want to do a lot of head snapping. Sometimes we'll get the time bonuses before we start. But oftentimes we just kind of sit here and just chiropractor it. No, you do not, sir. Not today. So now we have 2 of the bosses. So what we're going to do is we're just going to... Yep. But we have infinite ammo at this stage, so you can just keep going. Obviously, headshots net you more points.
Not even having to reload. Like, that's just so...
Oh, what the heck? Excuse me.
Yeah, the mayhem mode is kind of intense.
All right.
Does it last until the end of the round?
Not per se. Like, it does have like a cooldown when it stops. Oh.
Now, obviously, something has to end this eventually.
Yeah, we do need a certain amount of kills.
Does the timer get like more strict as it continues? Kind of like force an end at some point, or can you hypothetically just keep going forever?
We do need a certain number of kills to be able to end the mode. So it's 150 kills to be able to end it all. Excuse me.
Okay.
You're going to ruin my combo.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. It's all good.
How dare you? All right, we have more.
Oh,
jeez.
what? Oh, I forgot they just took each other out. Like,
Woo! No, you do not. No, you do not.
they party in here.
It is a chiropractor central in here. Oh shit!
They've been waiting weeks for this appointment.
Can I have my inventory, please? No, I lost my combo because I went to the open inventory. Oh, you know what happens here? Bye bye. That was sad and unfortunate, but it happens.
Like,
oh wow, it is
one guess at a time. Thank you. Oh.
Okay, I don't know what happened there, but they're just like they're just game ending themselves, I suppose. Wow, there's a lot of them out here. What is going on? Hi guys.
Gang's all here.
There you go. I should have killed most of them.
Well,
all right.
So are there heals you can find throughout the level, or it's just like you start with this in your inventory and that is it?
Yeah, this is pretty much all you get. What you see is what you get. That's all. Oh. I had my inventory open, but then it just failed. That makes me cry on the inside. It's fine.
Well, GG on that one.
We still got
still an
S+.
S+. All right.
All right.
584,000.
We could try Krauser.
Oh yeah.
If we have time.
Let's also try a different stage.
Yeah.
Oh, we have time for I think one more of these.
All right. Let's do Castle, I guess.
Yeah. Castle. Let's get Krauser going.
So Krauser is interesting. Krauser is essentially we're just going to just get rid of this. Get rid of this. Get rid of just get rid of everything besides the knife. Because the knife in this is just insanely broken.
My goodness. It was crazy with that thing.
Yeah, he goes kind of wild. And like he doesn't get stun locked when he has the knife for whatever reason.
Wow.
So So even though they're shooting him and doing things to him, it's just non-stop as long as you can hold the combo, which can sometimes get a little spooky around this section. But as you can see, the grabs are just non-existent.
God, I wish we were like this in the actual game.
I know, right?
Yeah, what the heck, Leon? Get on Krauser's level.
It gets a little spammy.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. But the game basically, because we got rid of the knife, we got rid of every other weapon except for the knife. It gives us a ton of heals and like just everything else.
Whoa! What is going on?
So we do have these pleasant Las Plagas over here, which it doesn't really change a whole lot, but we're gonna go over there real quick. I love how they like try to hit him, but it doesn't really do a whole lot. There we go.
Krauser's power is just
Yeah,
so cool.
it's just insanely overpowered. Not as much as the knife, though. The knife is just a whole other story.
You know, shoutouts. I just noticed this. And thanks, Richard. Yeah, you're watching the Resident Evil 4 knife ropractor percent.
Yeah.
Here. Like that way.
Oh, we are feeling a little down. That's okay. We have a heal here. And we also get a lot of grenades, thankfully. Hey, hey, hey! No!
Not the combo.
Not the combo. I like the little twirl he does sometimes.
That was a nice flip, yeah. Little cartwheel.
Yeah, it can be really hard to hold a combo on Castle, just because of how like spaced out everything can be. And you just kind of hope to God everybody just stays in one little area. Hey, come on. Do we have the...
I didn't realize his shirt got torn up.
Yeah, it like kind of like deteriorates over time. Don't even try to punch me, fool.
I'm already impressed his regular arms can come back after exploding to the Plaga stuff, but I'm glad they didn't make it too
This
unrealistic.
guy could have...
close
Oh, okay, that's why.
Yeah, they don't want like an Ethan Winters situation where he loses a limb, but the heal brings back the clothes he's wearing.
It's just so ridiculous how, like, even against, like, the armored dudes, like, they're not that great, but yeah, unfortunately, I got catapulted there, which can happen. Sometimes the best thing to do there is grab all the time bonuses, go for the... What you want to do is you go for the catapults and then just call it a day, but yeah, I don't know if we have any more time.
I think we got time for one more.
One
since
more?
Those two
All
went
right.
pretty fast.
Let's do... I haven't done these in a while, so we can try... Let's try Luis. I haven't done Luis in a while, so this is going to be scary.
Sure, sure.
Isn't Luis the worst of
I
the
hate
four?
Luis on this. It's not my favorite. Like, I love Luis as a character, but yeah. So what we often and sometimes do for this is we can just go for the time bonuses, because the combo, as long as the combo doesn't start just yet, you can literally just walk around and go grab them before you even start. Which can be a little bit of a cheese if you don't want to like start the combo right away. Because with Island anyway, or not Island, sorry, Village, there's a little tiny little space that I sometimes will use, and we'll see if it is nice to me. We'll see. We're gonna hide up in that corner, little corner there. So let's, I'm just gonna say let's start it. Hey everybody, come on down. So Luis has a little bit of a tease in itself, which is dynamite. And a lot of headshots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're just gonna
The
hope.
head pop in
so-
this game is so satisfying.
We're actually just gonna get rid of that. Because like the Krauser situation, we could just infinitely kind of land these and shoot them. And because we're out of time and we're out of... So I'm just gonna do this real quickly. Oh, you are...
Oh, the combo! Oh, no!
Oh, you decided to be mean. Yeah, this is kind of like the little, like, nook you can keep yourself in, and it helps a little bit. Unfortunately, if you don't hold a combo, it kind of sucks a little bit, but it's fine. I haven't practiced mercenaries in a bit.
This was not part of the original game.
Oh, yeah,
plan.
not at all.
It was like, oh, yeah, we got a little bonus. We got some time here. Let's just take a look at this.
Where is he? I don't think you can... I always forget if you can use the knife or not. But apparently you cannot. Hi, everybody. Enjoy that. Hi, everybody.
That dynamite definitely owns. My goodness.
Thankfully, it doesn't seem to do friendly fire.
What? No, whatever. Yeah, it doesn't do any friendly fire, surprisingly. Which is kind of nice, considering that would really suck if you had to, like, stick nearby. Hey, everybody. Everybody relax. Yeah, this game will also give you a ton of flashes. But as you can see, all that rifle ammo.
Oh, delicious.
All right, so he's probably going to throw that at me. Oh, maybe not. He's being nice.
To the left.
This is like my favorite little cheese spot, though. We haven't even gotten any, like, bosses yet.
Are the boss spawns based on time or based on, like, your score?
Kill.
Oh, kill count. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Okay. Everybody, can you come over here, please? That'd be nice. Hey. I am oh.
Like, two can play this game.
Hey. They have spawned now, and now I'm in the fire. That's great. Ooh, a hut. Hooda, hooda, hooda. Oh, yeah. Ah, yeah.
Everything is fine.
Everything's perfectly peachy.
The Salvador takes a sweet time getting here.
I meant to do something else there. Oh yeah, sometimes the when you place it down, it does kind of like jolt them back for whatever reason, because they're like, "Oh my god, I can't believe it! He put down dynamite? Are you crazy?" Even though they're throwing dynamite all day long. Hey.
Like, I didn't expect my tactics to be used against me. That's illegal.
That's not fair.
That's not fair.
Hey.
As much as I love this rifle, the reload animation can be painful.
It takes so long, and it's just so slow. And if you miss, it's like, oh no. Where, hello? What are you doing, sir?
Oh, behind you. Okay.
Excuse me. Oh yeah, we're good. Nice.
Saved it.
Oh, I got snow!
It's fine.
Get out of here. Alright, so this gives us a little bit of time to reload. And hello. I like the music with this too. It's kind of fun. Hello.
Yeah, it's a pretty good beat.
Yeah. Hello. All right, so now we have spawned the ladies, the Bella sisters. They are not nice.
Yeah, you thought we were just
heck?
gonna run by him the whole time. Well,
Was it this
here we
guy?
go.
Yeah.
Please, please, die, please, please.
Still going after all of that.
Okay, we're gonna get out of this hole real quick. We're just actually gonna grab everything here. Now, it is nice to have the dynamite at this section for obvious reasons. That wasn't apparent. Why do we have so many plagas? We have way too many plagas. Excuse me. I'm here to kill. Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Hey, what's that guy doing?
Hold on.
What happened to this guy? All right, everybody, out of my
Yeah,
hidey
did
hole.
that Ganado just get dusted, or?
A little bit.
Oh,
That's not good. He's still not. Oh, never mind. We're good.
that's the tankiest Bellicist I've ever seen in my
Yeah,
entire life.
that is one tanky lady. Oh, that is gonna hurt me. Hi, everybody. Listen, it's been nice, but I need you to all leave me alone for 2 seconds. Thank you. Feel it? You know. Here's another one, just for your troubles. Hey, you want another one too? Here you go. Here you go. Here's another one, just for you, buddy. The cowboy hat, just for you. There you go. I think we're almost done on this one. Oh, that was close. We're actually gonna get rid of the Plagas guy, as he gets annoying. We're gonna try to save the rest of our mayhem for. Yeah, we're just gonna try and save the rest of our mayhem for the last couple of things, like the 2 buddies that are coming out. So we can activate it a little bit early. It just gets a little scary because you have a shorter time frame to do things. Alright, so I'm gonna activate it early because I don't trust any of these people. Hi! Okay, we're gonna have to do that, unfortunately, because we got... Okay, that was a little bit of an unfortunate thing. So we're just gonna toss a bunch of grenades in there. Do I have any more? Hey, hey, what the? Hey,
Stop it.
I get really mean. Hey! The one thing that's nice about dropping the pistol here. Sorry, I might need to throw that. Die! Please!
I'm amazed how much they can take.
I know.
Yeah, they really are super tanky.
Yeah, that should kill him. I should go into mayhem mode. Yeah, unfortunately the combo drops are a little sad when they happen. I love that you can just abuse the fact that he doesn't take any damage for the dynamite. I think we have 3 kills left.
Are there only actually 2 Graus left on the map here?
Yeah, there's.
And
I don't know where
we
they
have
are.
to find them.
Where are they?
Hello?
Gamers?
Fellas?
Oh, there they are.
Oh, there we
there's
go. There's
one.
one.
There's one gamer.
Even keeping the combo.
Where's the next? Where's? Hello?
Is it the cow?
Is it the cow? God, I hope not. Usually, sometimes they're like back here. Actually, where are they? I'm so confused. I mean, I'll just grab this, I guess. Oh, there he is. Hi, buddy.
All right.
There you go.
Not my best score, but it is what it is. It's for fun. There you go. I think that
GG.
should about do. We got to show off all the maps. That's fun.
Yeah, that is going to do it. But Catling, thank you once again for coming on and showing all the weird stuff and ridiculous stuff that can happen in the Resident Evil 4 remake. This has been a blast, start to finish. And of course, Ezekiel, thank you for sticking out with us and coming on to help explain what's going on under the hood of the game. While Catling was concentrating greatly to do a lot of the very, very difficult stuff that is present in this run. And if you're not already doing so, please go drop a follow over at twitch.tv/@blank. She does a lot of Resident Evil 4, and tell us a little bit about your stream, Catling.
I play all things horror, indie horror, AAA horror, weird horror, funny horror, creepy horror, narrative-driven horror. I love all sorts of things that are just spooky, creepy, very horror enthusiast, one might say. I also do a lot of speedrunning, challenge runs, stuff that just generally interests me at the time. I am all over the place when it comes to these sort of things, but hey, you can probably find yourself having a good time anytime you stop by. But thank you once again, Fant, for having me on. If you want to come check me out again, push.tv/catlink. Also, thank you to my commentator, Captain Ezekiel, for helping me. Y'all should go check him out too. He does a lot of New Game professional runs on this game, which is way more brutal than you would imagine. So yeah, go check him out too.
Yeah, Captain Ezekiel, give us the elevator pitch. Give us 30 seconds of Captain Ezekiel. What do we got?
I also am a horror speedrunner. I'm mostly known for Resident Evil 7. I have all the world records in that game, but I run RE4R right now. New Game Pro, and I get mad a lot.
You could probably find him screaming at some Ganado here or there, It's good fun, though. It's a good laugh. I recommend.
Well, everybody watching the show right now, thank you so much for tuning in. This has been super exciting, but GDQ Hotfix is not over. I see her in the chat. Smooth Operative coming up to bring you Time Capsule after the break. So don't go anywhere. More Hotfix still to come.